Hello, everybody. Took me a minute to get that to switch over. And welcome back to Run the Flood, our Shadowrun 5e game here on Table of Horrors. Oh my goodness, I am your Cosmic GM, and I am joined by my beautiful friends and players as my, head soda. Shouldn't have done that.
You what?
uh, Hiccup, don't worry about it. Alright, when I have to talk for a while. Right when I start. Where's my water? Okay, my beautiful friends and players, when my voice is about to break. Jason, played by Noskavian. Anxiety, played by Slippery Nosferatu. Morningstar, played by the Rissa Rave. Mojave, played by Daybreakathon. Shellhound, played by Wanton. And Cloudburst, played by Lord Rodan. Goodness gracious. When we last left off, our party had split up. They all were in trying to put pieces together, but while split up, Anxiety happened upon the body dump in progress and proceeded to chase down an ambulance off the freeway, crashing down. Miraculously, he did not get harmed. And miraculously, thanks to a very beautiful and lovely snake, he is not on the night news.
I will
loud
earn
and clear.
another edge point, you squid.
Firing heavily into an ambulance. Now, when we pick up, as my brain slowly coalesces, I think the entire party, if I'm not wrong, has reconvened, and all of you are about to convene. I believe Anxiety was the closest, so he's the first one there on the actual crime scene, as the police have just arrived and are starting to set up the police barrier, including Barnes. Detective Barnes is out front, and a coroner's vehicle is just pulled up. So all of you are either... Well, Morningstar, I know you're looking at a camera.
And I believe
Anxiety, you were the first one there. And
bird form there.
you went bird form, and you are going to fly up towards them. I believe that was it. I think everyone other than Anxiety is sort of on their way, but you're not very far. Morningstar, you have a camera. Mojave, you are in bird mode. Technically, Finn is still out and was at the ambulance. I believe Finn may have followed Anxiety when he left.
Did in fact follow him home.
Last we
Keeping an
left
eye on
off,
him.
Anxiety went to his parents' house and Finn was with him.
That is correct, and Finn was in the form of a dog.
Yes.
Finn was manifested in the form of a dog.
Yeah, as to not spook the folks, you know?
Let's not spook the folks. So, you don't want a giant shark to walk in.
Right.
Yeah,
So that's right, Anxiety.
That's double shocking.
Right? So Anxiety, that's right. You and Finn are off at your parents' house, so that is where you are. We have a camera on the crime scene, and everyone else may arrive as they will, but by the time you arrive, other than Bird, they will have already begun. Actually, like, pictures are being taken, crime scene things are being put out. Mojave, you are there fastest, so I need you to give me an sensing.
Yep.
And if you are gonna actually manifest in as bird mode, which I think you are manifested as a bird, I need perception as well.
Nobody looks at a pigeon.
No one looks at a pigeon. So I need a perception as well as that.
I'm just a normal pigeon. Cool.
Okay. So sensing wise, the whole area is covered in that mess of tainted death magic with a little bit of that blood scent to it. Although, it being this fresh, there is a very... there's a very particular color to everything. There is this almost almost sickly green color that's very quickly fading, and you can kind of identify that this fading green tone that is standing out to your astral eyes is something similar to what was sort of also on the ambulance. This appears to be that mage's signature, but it's very quickly being almost devoured by the mess of death and blood magic all over, which at this point has shown itself to be almost, once it is on something, it just permeates everything around it. And then you can see that as thick as it is covering the body, it is sticking to people. Perception-wise, you see a brutally messed, like beaten up body. It is very clear from where it has fallen. It was tossed at high speed, like very viciously, against the corner of a dumpster. And due to the cut marks that were definitely on it that had been performed, it appears to be missing a lot of its internal organs, as the body seems almost to fold in on itself. But the force of hitting the dumpster clearly snapped something in the spine, as the body has also kind of bent a little bit about the dumpster, and the remaining viscera in the body has sort of slipped out and is sort of spattered in front of it. While you were standing there, one of the officers, not Barnes or either of the coroner people, has to walk away from the body and just a ways away next to one of the cop cars just vomits. He cannot contain it. This is clearly like the smell is unbearable.
You said I got a sense of the magician's signature?
Yes.
Did I get a solid enough glimpse of it to pick it out of a lineup, as it were?
You're fairly certain you can, but it's one of those ones where you know you have the signature, but even you're aware that as strong as the signature is, it is distorted by what that mage has done. They are starting to... It shows signs of being deteriorated, like what happens when blood magic, someone who is used true blood magic, it begins to break their soul down. It changes them. It changes their magic. It changes everything about them.
Which arguably might make them even easier to pick out of a lineup.
True. You're not
Yeah.
sure if the distortion is exactly what the mage would look like performing normal magic, but you're like, okay, comparison, if you had it back to back, you should be able to identify it.
Yeah, we're eyes open, but mostly at this point in time, we're keeping our bird's eye on the, seeing what we can glean, looking down at the body, but mostly watching how the cops perform, just so that we can compare our notes with their notes and try and see the discrepancies.
Yeah. The investigation, as you watch on, goes by as you would assume. The officers that can handle it are cordoning everything off. Barnes is stepped away, but he is sort of looking. He's holding a napkin over his mouth. Even he seems to be kind of taken aback by just the unfortunate awful that has now poured out of this body.
It's a very visceral scene.
It is. It's, even when you are seasoned, it's still a metahuman life that's just wasted in an alley. Clearly the victim is obviously a Umbral elf. There is something to note of a contusion that you can see. It's very obvious. They have clearly been hit in the face violently with something. Like, it is... There's bruising, meaning that it clearly must have occurred while they were still alive and bleeding.
Okay.
And this is, pictures are being taken. You can hear the cameras going off. They're setting down things on places, like trying to see what in the alleyway was moved, what may or may not have been moved.
And just astrally, physically, by the amount of blood, the signature decay, what have you, is there any way to guess at how long this poor fellow's been dead?
Yeah, you have a 4. He's been dead less than an hour.
Okie doke.
It seems like he was dead and then the body was dropped off. Or he died in the back of that ambulance and then dropped
Okey-doke.
off.
Noted and filed.
Yes, he has not been dead very long. You're fairly certain. In the kind of cooler night air for this time of year, as the rain is sort of coming in, it is slightly cooler. The body is still steaming. Like, there's still heat coming off this body.
Fresh.
Okie doke. Well, noted and filed.
Right. You see, pulling up in an actual car is Venti and Wednesday. The other detective and the other coroner's office, the forensic thaumaturgist on the case as well. They walk up to Barnes. You see Venti. As he walks up, his eyes kind of glisten for a moment as he looks around, and you see that he registers you.
I am Bird.
You're Bird, but you tell by his look. For a moment, he's curious about you. I believe. What is the hide your ass roll? What is the hide your ass roll?
I was just clicking to look for
For hide my ass.
Yeah, no, I took the masking ability, which makes it a little bit harder to astrally. Oh, where did I put it?
The astral beacon is trying to hide themselves as a bird.
Astral Beacon just makes it easier, but that does not mean it's an automatic sight.
Okay, cool.
A sensing test becomes opposed by magic plus initiate grade, which
Okay.
I've only initiated once?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, so that would be... Where's my magic? I know my stats. I know this page. Okay, so that would be a sensing opposed by 7 with a clicking beacon makes it easier.
We gotta use the actual mechanics now. 'Cause we have someone who can actually try to see Mojave.
So boops it or pops it back down to 6, so it's opposed by 6.
Okay, so the post tests, those are not singular numbers; those are rolls. Which means I believe you have to roll 6 dice.
Do I? Okay.
Yes, if I'm not wrong, if those numbers that come up, they're not automatic like minuses; they are rolls.
Because it just says the sensing test becomes opposed by your magic plus initiate grade if they get any net hits. Yeah.
Yes, net hits against your roll.
Okay, so am I rolling a sensing here? What am I rolling here?
You're rolling 6 dice.
Okay.
That's your magic plus initiate grade, and then the thing.
Know this system. What dice are we rolling again? Are these
D6s.
Yes.
You're gonna roll 66. We're gonna roll 66.
Yep, thank you. I'm very smart. I'm very good at TTRPGs.
One. Oh, damn. That's not bad. All right. Let me see.
I am Bird.
Can Venti see?
I'm definitely a pigeon.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Oh, that lucky son of... Oh, my God. He got very unlucky for a second. Holy shit. He got a few too many ones on that. But, he looks at you for just a moment and then just sort of shakes his head and looks away.
Yeah, just casually preening feathers. I'm definitely a bird. Don't worry about it.
All right, Venti goes to speak with Barnes. Their conversation is very quick, very clean, very cold, business-wise. They simply discuss the body, time of death. Barnes looks to Venti. All right, Venti, you want to try to do this now? Venti rights himself, kind of wipes off his corners, like the coroner's office coat. Not right now, Barnes. I've been working a bit too hard. I'd prefer a bit of time to recover. I can perform the actions at the coroner's office as well. No need to do it right now.
Can I get a sense of their emotions in this moment?
Judge intent. No.
A sensing?
Fuck me. Yeah, you're right. Roll it again for this one, because it's even though scene's the same,
I
the
will
situation has
accept this.
changed.
I get a 3.
Let me check. I think that's just all emotions. Yeah. Venti
must
is. Who are you looking at specifically? Who do you want?
Mostly Barnes and Venti in this moment, looking specifically for vibes such as like stress flavored by fear, guilt, for Barnes' suspicion to see if he's taking our suspicions seriously.
Definitely when Venti mentions it, like mentions that he'd like to wait for the coroner's office, Barnes has a bit of suspicion. Kind of, that quizzical, like then again, he's not really hiding that. He's not really trying to hide it. He is kind of like looking at Venti a bit confused, a little confuzzled. Definitely emotional state, it's starting to rise in him of like, really? Venti doesn't actually appear to be... Well, he's not lying. I'll tell you that much. He does seem tired. There is exhaustion. There's also, disgust. And that's sort of permeating around here of disgust. Grossed out, uncomfortable, bad smell. It's gonna make someone emotionally respond of just that.
Yeah, the florist
grotesque
painted with
emotion.
viscera.
Yes. But on him, it's exhaustion. It is that disgust. There's a little bit of nervousness, but it definitely comes right after Barnes has like made his confusion clear. Like they kind of have that silent moment.
Okay.
And Veni continues to just, oh, don't look at me like that. So many bodies. May just get tired. I'm not a machine. And he kind of turns immediately and walks away, kind of in a huff. And he's definitely frustrated. Barnes still holds his distrust right now. That concern. And Venti begins heading over to the coroner's car. He's walking over to start talking to the two coroner's assistants who basically discussing, where to lift the body, how to lift it, and whether they're taking it to which morgue where.
Yeah, just the pigeon, coincidentally decides it wants to roost on the telephone pole on that side of the street. Eavesdropping,
Oh, yeah. Pigeon noises.
Yep. Coo, coo.
This whole situation is probably taking, I'd say, kind of waiting for everyone to show up, people talking, people walking around. It's probably been about 10 minutes. The cops will be here for a good bit, as they need to make sure they get everything. Some beat cops are going out, starting to, walk around for statements of anyone who heard stuff. Which does mean, about 20 minutes later, Anxiety, a knock comes to your parents' door. Are you going to move, or will you sit on the couch and wait for either one of your parents to go to the door?
The me that just slipped is going to put down his chili dog. The elf that is Liam, however, are both my parents even still awake? They do have to sleep normal hours. I'm a freak.
Yes.
This is not Umbral elf shit.
Yes, your mother is asleep. Your father is not. He has a bad habit that he does tend to stay up watching TV.
Well, I'm gonna let that old man have a sit down and go answer the door in case it's a killer. I'm not gonna let him
You know,
get my
you get up.
pop, so I'm petting a shark, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jerry
Uh,
went to the door.
Finn is very close behind you, kind of sticking behind a corner, but fully prepared. Like he is
I will say
on
at this
that
point,
mission of assistance.
I will say at this point I'm in like night clothes and not my ninja astral garb that I
You're in
was
like
wearing
a
as
soft
I-
t-shirt and some pajama
He's
pants.
in his jammies.
You're in your
Yeah.
jammies.
Not the outfit I was wearing while I discharged my firearm into an ambulance as it careened off an overpass.
Right,
That was a
right.
different
Right.
guy. Don't worry about it.
That was a different guy.
Yeah, right.
Different guy, yeah.
You open the door, and it is a LAPD officer. One officer is kind of at the top of the staircase that leads up to this, to your parents' door. You can see easily that there is a cop car down there with another officer standing by, kind of looking. You know, he's just sort of up to his partner. He's looking down both sides of the street, standing in front of the driver's side door, sort of just keeping watch on everything around him. The officer at the front door. Hello, sir. I'd like to ask you a few questions if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
We had an incident up the ways over on Grendel Street. We were asking everyone we can if they heard anything.
It kind of glances over his shoulder into the house and then back. No?
You know nothing?
Didn't hear anything. What happened?
That's, well. He kind of pauses. Not that he wants to hide. It's sort of you generally don't tell the public when something
Yeah,
really
sure.
awful has happened for panic, but he kind of pauses. He looks over down his partner. You see him reach up, and he grabs his breast pocket, and you clearly can see that he is covering what would be his body cam, and you kind of hear a click. But he kind of hides it like he's just adjusting his vest. He leans in.
Yeah.
Another body was found. We're wondering if anyone heard the vehicle.
I mean, to me and my dad watching TV, there's cars doing car things on the show. I could have. Don't think I did.
All right. He leans back and just you see him quickly, like he grabs his vest and goes, "Oop, well, didn't want to do that." As he turns his camera back on, kind of like,
Yeah, big oops. Big oops.
"Oops." Sometimes
Oops.
put them in the worst place.
Yeah.
Either way, all right. If you or your dad remember anything after this evening, you can come by the police station or put into the tip line at any point in time. But
Yeah.
thank you for your time this evening, and I hope you all have a nice night.
Shut the door. I lock
You
that
can
shit. All 3 deadbolts and the chain.
That click, click, click. You hear the ding thuds as the officer, weighed down by body armor and such. You hear him heavily go down the stairs. You even hear kind of like as he trips and goes, "Ah, shit." This place is not built very well.
The city's finest.
The city's finest. The city's finest. You hear that small murmuring, and then for the next 5 minutes or so, you hear consistent knocking. Every so often, you'll actually hear a door open and voices, then more knocking. So basically, he's going to every neighbor in the area trying to see if anyone heard or saw anything. All this kind of ends with one more knock, and then you hear Miss Maya loud and clear, as she is loud enough to be heard by the entire complex. And she talks that officer's ear off for what feels like 20 minutes.
Oh my
You
god!
don't
About
even.
what?
Yeah. You only get bits and pieces because you're inside, but
The recent problem she's been having with her foot.
yeah, like it is.
Not
It
her
is.
bunions.
It's inane. It's tomfoolery.
I'm gonna
It is-
pop the window open and fall on like Miss Maya.
Ah!
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
They're
That's-
investigating. They don't want to hear about your foot. You sweet, sweet woman. Mercy, leave him alone. He didn't do nothing wrong.
bro, when you look out, the officer standing there like he's dying inside. He's been there too long. He clearly is. You know what? He seems like a newbie officer. He's literally too polite to walk away. Miss Maya kind of like, offhanded cursing in Orzette, and then
Let him live.
and she leaves the officer to it and goes, unfortunately, like, she didn't really hear nothing. And then the officer goes, thank you very much, ma'am. And he looks up to the window, whether you're there or not, and he's just gonna mouth the words thank you as he
I'm not
walks.
the hero. I'm not the hero the city wants. I'm the hero the city needs. You know?
Y'all better put some respect on Miss Maya's name, okay? Y'all
I mean,
being
I'll
that disrespectful.
I'll blow her a kiss.
Spider-Man.
But also, Jesus fucking Christ, your bunions, woman, leave him alone.
Oh, poor Miss Maya.
I'll get my cheese pinched later. For now, that cop needs to be out here doing cop things.
Right. And the cop proceeds to finish his various questions to anyone who he can, kind of ending with Ms. Maya, and then they get in the car, you hear the doors slam, and they drive off. So that whole process is going around on that side. By this point, I will allow everyone else easily in this span of time who have showed up at the crime scene. It is still an active crime scene. There are still officers everywhere. There is definitely a crowd of people that are pushing on the police line.
Question. And
Yes.
if the answer is no, I expect it to be no. That's perfectly okay. But can the party bus or party wagon drive up with a chameleon paint job to make it look like a refrigerated mortuary truck?
Oh my god.
Crazy, bro.
Let's not impersonate the police just now.
Now, a mortuary is not a police thing.
You know what I mean.
Mortuaries are private. You're right. I mean, if you want to, you can.
That's very attention grabbing.
Yeah,
Nice.
I am a pigeon.
You know
I
what?
cannot stop you,
It's-
but please.
I know it's a bad idea.
The mortuary rigger cocoon in the front. The missile launcher. Just in case one of the bodies runs away.
I mean, to be fair, if that happened, it would be a problem.
That is true.
I like that hustle though.
Listen, zombies are
Okay,
the thing.
I will keep a respectful distance as the Winnebago then.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
So, Cody, do you want to do your magic shit first?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Going outside. Poke my face to, well, before I walk outside, poke my face to look like random ass human number 4.
Oh, right.
Of course.
I will go ahead and just do that now.
While he's rolling, can Liam kind of roll up near the Winnebago in street clothes?
Sure, I assume you just walked over one street.
Yeah, he went up to Miss Maya, got his cheeks peeled off, and was like, "I'm sorry, baby girl. I'll never do it again." And then went up to find his friends.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. When Anxiety walks up, anyone who sees him, there is very much a bruise forming on the, soft part of his cheek.
Instantly, Morningstar's like, what happened to your face?
A grandmother,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
just a grandmother.
She has no idea what that means. She has no context for grandmothers, but his face
Yeah.
is bruised, and she's like, grandmothers are a threat.
Would
Grandmothers are a threat.
I mean, they can be.
Would Jay see this?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're there.
Oh man, Liam, I got a hospital unit in the back of the Valkyrie module. We can get you patched right up. Take care of that swelling and that bruise.
Um,
Get
That's
you
all
in
right,
the
man.
medical
It's-
bed.
I mean, you really paid a lot of Nuyen for it. You want to use it, huh?
Yeah.
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 All right. I'll hop in the back and let him play doctor with my face.
He
Just
just
like-
takes out an ice pack and puts it on your face.
Not even an ice pack, a bag of frozen peas from a mini fridge. I'm like, yes, okay.
Oh, Jay's not gonna do any of the actual doctoring thing. He's gonna like lay you down on the medical bed and pull down like a terminal, and he's gonna like try to do it from like the gooey interface.
Dog, I'm sweating. Liam is just like, what's that for? Oh, he's typing things.
The robotic arm will bandage you. It's okay.
It's a bruise. It bandages my head.
Liam comes out of it, just his whole head fucking bandaged up
Yeah.
except his eye.
If Mojave's gonna come back from being a pigeon on task and just be like, "What on earth?"
I don't
Liam's
know
sitting
what's
on the edge
happening.
of the medical bed, hands folded in his lap, like, hey, how's it going?
Liam got attacked by a grandmother, and so Jason is patching his face up. He was all bruised up and swelling. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's all right, though. I mean, I'm feeling okay. Feeling better now.
Yeah, the swelling should go down now. You just get those bandages on.
Really helped me out.
Mordecai's gonna go over and just pull the wrap down a little bit so that he can actually speak clearly. It's just better.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right. So since we're all in here, I know that Cloudy is about to go do some magic shit at the crime scene, but I did want to let you all know I have full control of the news station.
Oh, which one?
It's news. Is it News 13? Something like that. News.
Oh, hell yeah. Run our Dark Horse Entertainment ad.
That's crazy. There's more important things going on.
Oh, okay. You're right.
We do gotta talk about that
Um,
later, though, when we're not actually actively on a case.
Right. Yes, Softy. Is it News 13? Or I'm pretty sure it was a double-digit number. I just can't
Yeah,
remember.
it was. I think it might have been Channel 10. I think I shorthanded
That's
it
what
as.
it is. Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
should have
News
given it a
10.
real fucking name, but
Yeah,
we're gonna
no,
go
it's fine.
Channel 10.
Yeah, in News 10, yeah, they have like a whole fucking reel of you doing from their helicopter, doing your fucking insane shit off the overpass.
Oh, nice,
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way. Shelly will hold up a hand for a high five to.
Oh, yeah. I'll high five him. I can see with one eye because, like, the other eye's just covered in bandages. I'm like, hell yeah, brother. Boom.
So I deleted the 4J and now have access to the entire system till about midnight. I tried to do something about the YouTube channels. I made it look like it's like a bad B movie that's coming out with bad effects and shit. So people won't believe that it's real.
Oh,
Yes.
Nice.
thank
Yes.
you.
Of course.
Who are they connected to?
What do you mean?
Well, parent company.
We're in LA. Who do you think?
I don't want that to be the answer. I'm hoping.
The answer is Horizon.
The Horizon Group.
Because
All news in LA is controlled by the
Okay.
Horizon Group.
Heck,
Yeah.
most of the media, most of the news in the nation's probably controlled by Horizon. Most of
Just
the news on the
because-
continent.
Just because that's the answer doesn't mean I want it to be the answer.
Then
No,
don't
no,
ask
I
the
get ya.
question. That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Anyway,
you know, there are some places that produce soy that ain't as technology. There might be some channels out there that ain't owned by Horizon. Just because it's a long shot, don't mean it ain't worth maybe asking.
Channel
Don't
10 is owned by Scales.
Don't-
well, so
don't put anything related to me in any searches, please. That is all that I ask.
Oh yeah, no, we all gotta lie low. Just real quick, before we get off topic, I'm gonna say I think I got a glance at what's probably the guy's signature. It's messy out there. I'm
Right.
gonna
Sign
get
something?
Ice back on the scene, but
well, okay. So the reason why I'm telling you about me having the fucking news channel is that is there something you want me to put out there now? while I have access to it.
Yes,
What would you like me to put?
you already said no.
You are currently wanted.
Yeah.
Not just because Amber Elf, but because the world believes, or the nation believes, that you
Well.
blew up a lady's house.
Some people believe that I burned a house down.
Right.
And some people believe that I killed those paramedics.
Look, all I am trying to say is that I don't want to give them access to the Dark Horse footage, considering it is primarily of you dancing.
Yeah,
So-
no, we don't want to put anything out there that they didn't put there. No, trust me, I've been working it out. We can get Dark Horse set up legit, but not right now.
Right,
Like legit
and so
advertising too. But just
I
not
would
right now.
like to ask if you want me to put something up that is for the case, that will help the case, bring eyes on it, whatever it is, let me know. Or I can put up some footage from, I don't know, place where Umbra Elves are getting attacked because Horizon likes to hide such things.
Do you have
I-
footage of that?
I can get footage of that.
I'd say we probably don't want to go. If you plant anything on Horizon channels right now that's going to get them looking out for whoever did that, which is going to get them trying to chase us down. And maybe it's best if we just lie low right now.
I mean, if you're in there, I would say pilfer that footage if you can, and we'll just put that out later.
Yeah, grab what
The
you can
Matrix.
grab, but let's not leave any traces just yet.
Yeah, because then we could put that on the Matrix later, and they'll be like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
When did this happen?"
Okay.
I agree with anxiety being wanted. The people want Dark Horse.
The people
Thank
can
you so
get
much.
Dark Horse, but we're gonna put a pin in that.
I'm gonna nod slowly with like just 3 tufts of hair sticking out at random vantage points.
Yeah, Mojave's just like, he has barely looked over at the attempt at doctoring that happened because it pains him on a spiritual level.
I'm going to take the great pains of gently pulling Anxiety's hair out of the bandages and like opening it up so he can see and so he can talk. You know, just make it so you can function now without actually removing the bandages because your
Thank you.
face is swollen. But Softy, what I would like to do as I'm fucking doing that, is yes, I would like to see what I can take from this place that I have access to now.
Sure. Do me a favor.
Yes.
Roll me computer.
Okay.
Just roll computer.
It's a 4. I almost glitched, but it's a 4. I mean, I rolled a 13 last session, so like, you know. But I'm just peeping through what they have.
2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So you find 5 little tidbits, 5 little interesting things.
5 tidbits. Okay, hold on. I'm getting my notebook. All right, I'm ready. What are the 5 tidbits?
Okay, so first tidbit you get
Mm-hmm.
is basically a something that kind of just pretty consistent for Horizon, but it is interesting.
Mm.
Ever since the flood,
Mhm.
the Channel 10 News has changed its basically CEO 5 times.
Holy shit. Okay. Weird.
Not for Horizon.
Not for Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing is a video. It appears to be very deep in the archives, labeled basically that it will not be put out, and it is a very unfortunate depiction from behind police lines. This was prior to the flood. It's rather old, but it is an incident of unrest on Grendel Street back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Probably over a year and a half ago now, like before you guys even really started.
Mm-hmm.
There was a minor incident at a nightclub that got out of hand, and there is footage out there from a pretty decent point of view of officers
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was
Abusing
technically
their
non-lethal.
power?
It was, at least at this case, it was tasers,
Okay.
but they definitely did not need to do that.
Okay. Abuse of power. Got it.
Yes,
Non-lethal.
definitely some abuse of power from the LAPD.
Less
Mhm.
lethal.
Mm-hmm.
Less lethal. There is some footage that was recently captured that is
Okay.
interesting because it actually shows an attack. A few of the attacks. Kind of a little compilation someone made of the attacks the night the lowercase squad attacked LA.
Oh.
There's actually footage of some of the lowercase squads, and
Oh,
in
shit.
a couple of the shots, T himself, including a shot of him entering the Viper's Den.
Oh shit. Okay.
These are little bits, and you can tell from the difference in quality that this is maybe some worker made this out of bits and pieces from the internet. But you notice that these are not things you were able to find. So these were scrubbed from the internet, but someone in the news station actually had access to this footage, but they have not put it out yet.
Okay. Shit. She there's a moment when she's like pulling out, his hair and like adjusting the bandages where she almost like stops breathing and her hands kind of fumble for a second and then she like keeps going.
There is there's two more that are labeled under top secret that appear to be things sent into the news station.
Mhm.
And their documentation next to them in their files show monetary amounts where someone
shit.
has paid to cover them up.
Okay.
One of them is very interesting to you because it shows your mother
Fuck.
in Naga form eating a man. Whole hog. It is
Yeah.
it is body level, like someone with a camera hidden in their clothes. And she, in her argument with a man who definitely looks unscrupulous,
Right.
full Naga mode, just slurp.
Just
He
eats
is
a
gone.
man.
He's
Right.
gone now. He's
Fuck
just
me.
dead.
Shit.
Like
Like
the
mother,
last-
like daughter.
Hey, don't
and
worry
the
about what
la-
I'm doing. Okay.
And the last little bit
Yeah.
is another one that was paid to have covered up.
Mhm.
And this one's possibly the most interesting to you. Because it shows, this is actually some of the footage of the current CEO of Miko Industries
Huh. Okay.
leaving a bar.
Okay.
And there is a very interesting woman next to him. Now, this is dated. This is dated well over maybe a couple months ago. Maybe even a little more. We're going to say 5 months ago.
Okay.
He's leaving a bar, and the woman... Well, he has his arm around one woman, but the woman standing next to him, that he does not have his arm around, who is speaking to him, is Sandra Richter.
Uh-huh.
And just
Uh-huh.
for sake of timeline things, this would be like like a little bit while before the flood, right?
Yes, this is before the flood.
So right before the flood. Okay, pre-flood. Got it.
This is pre-flood. So this is confirmation that he knew and had spoken and was given the smiles, at least friendly on his end, with Sandra Richter prior to the flood.
Making the deals. Is this man the same man that showed up on the news channel after
Yes.
the flood? Same guy?
Yes.
Okay. And he
This
had
is the one who gave
red
the
gem.
speech. Yes, this is the one
And
who gave
that's
the
also
speech after the vice president's death.
Okay.
One of the guys, kind of behind the poisonings that happened on Grendel Street prior to the flood, and also the flood.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. This is that man.
Fuck
Also, the
me.
one we were given a contract to kill, and we were kind of like, maybe not.
Yeah.
And then the
that guy.
woman that tried to give you that contract is the one who ended up dead.
Yeah. And the fact that we did not kill him then was put Mojave on the war path that eventually led us to where we are now with Ollie. Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. I'm going to You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make copies of everything. And as much as she wants to take the footage of her mother away completely, she, Mojave and the others have made points. Don't leave anything that'll make it seem like someone was in here doing shit. Don't put us on the radar, basically. So she's just going to make copies of everything and then take those copies and then erase her presence, essentially.
All right.
Yeah.
Make copies. There's your 5 little tidbits before you pull from the news station.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna pull away, erase my presence. And then she's gonna sit down because there's a lot of things in there that have given her the nerves. So she's just like, oh shit. Oh, she's gonna watch the video of the attacks from the lowercase squad. Ew. And T and just see what she saw. So the part of the video was T going into the Viper's Den, but with the lowercase squad, where does she see them attacking?
Oh, they're all over LA. There are
Okay, they're
footage
just
of them.
general
Yeah.
havoc.
Yeah. Any specifics? You do see some of them making trouble with Casino Clipses in the background. So they're in Fun City. You see another that is down by the docks, and they are very clearly in a firefight with a Kraken vessel.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh boy.
Yeah, when the lowercase squad showed up, they attacked every power in the city. Every gang, every police force, every security force. Ares got hit, Horizon got hit, the Loki Suns got hit, Kraken was hit. Everyone.
They just mowed through the city. Okay.
Yeah, they just were attacking indiscriminately with no care for what kind of carnage was caused and who died.
And then the only place I saw Tian was him walking into the Viper's Den.
That's the only footage you have of him.
Yeah, because he fucking sent me what he did in the fucking Viper's Den. So I know what happens when he enters there. Okay, interesting and fantastic, and I hate it. Cool. So yeah, she's a little bit shaky, kind of sits down. You can see like her eyes doing that thing that she does when she's looking through her matrix stuff. And then she kind of shakes her head and says, right, serial killer, that is priority. Does anyone else need anything from me? No?
Still
Okay,
in the process of slipping out to go back to Spirit Eyes.
All right. She's just like, I'll take that as a no.
And then Cloudy's getting ready to go and do his own eyes on the ground and see what he can find.
All right. Locations. Who's walking up to the police line? Who's staying in the car?
I am staying in the car. I'm a giant snake.
In the car. Jay?
Jay will stay in the car, but he'll probably have his fly spies out.
All right. Fly spies are out. Shelly?
Other people. Is anyone actually headed to the police line? Just Cloudy. I guess I'll be Cloudy's concerned brother and make my way over with him. Because can't let him be out there by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's concerned. All right. So, and I believe Anxiety, you staying in the car?
Noted. I did physical mask myself to become
random human
nondescript
number 3.
human number 4. Yeah.
Shelly will also pinch his throat to adjust his pitch so he does not sound like himself. So can't change his face, can't change his voice.
Liam's going to stay in the car for 2 reasons. A, either I leave these bandages on and who the fuck, or I take them off and there's a non-zero chance one of 3,000 officers is like, wait a fucking second. So I'm just gonna sit here on this medical bed, twiddle my thumbs, and let the crew do the crew.
All right, so crew's walking up, and Mojave, you're pigeon mode somewhere around there?
Yeah, just going back to being a bird around the scene.
Yeah, you're around the scene. Cloudy, you walk up. Shelly, you walk up. And it's about that point. Sirens are heard in the distance. A car comes around the corner, shuts them off, and it parks a little way. It's a police car. And a younger female officer comes out of the passenger side, and she starts trotting her way up to the police line, quickly gets past it. And she, like, runs in and, like, runs right up to Barnes. And she's, Detective Barnes, why aren't you answering your radio? He kind of, like, fumbles, goes, oh, shh. I think it ran out of batteries. She's like, come on. We just checked the ambulance that fell off the highway. There is we found the damn sauce again. And Barnes just goes, fucking what? Why was it twice now? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, that's... Putting that in the fucking notes. Where was it? In some kind of bowl in the back of the thing. I had to tell you now because Tyler tried to eat it. And Barnes just, like, face palms. Why? Send him to psych right now.
You know, we all made a very judgmental face, but that's a Shelly move for sure.
Right?
I mean, does it at least smell good? I'll wait till I get there. Never mind.
Right.
Never mind.
And Barnes just, like, shakes his head like, I don't care if it's fucking marinara sauce. It's a fucking crime scene. Didn't he also try to get the ice cream out of that fucking fridge? Yeah, he did. I'll send him to psych after he gets out of the hospital. Apparently, he got violently ill after he tried it. Please tell me you actually got a real sample of it. Yes, we did. And pictures before Tyler. Oh, Lord. We're sending the sample now. We'll figure out what was wrong with it. And hopefully Tyler, wakes back up. I hope this teaches him something. I need to get water. That car smelled awful. Also, this place smells awful. Oh my god, I didn't even look down. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my car now.
LA's
and
finest.
Then LA's finest. And then just Barnes just exasperated sighs.
What kind of chaos tainted bullshit compels someone to eat a red sauce out of a goddamn ambulance?
An ambulance, like, what is associated with...
For the
Good
record,
luck,
I
Tyler.
also made the face. I did not. My first thought was not to eat it. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Barnes
you
walks...
ate the sauces at a sane location for sauce eating.
Right, and Barnes walks over to Venti and Mojave. I'll let you over here just because you're able to fly over there sneakily.
Yeah, I am actively stalking these people as a bird, yes.
Yes. And when he's talking to Venti, it is very hushed, very quiet, very aggressive. And it's them basically discussing, this is now the second crime scene, that marinara sauce of all fucking things has shown up. And he's insisting at Venti, like, fucking why? Tell me why. That is not normal. It's not been on the victims. It's just been at the scene. What the fuck? And Venti's just like, I have no idea. There is no magical reason that marinara sauce would be at a crime scene, Barnes. I think your killer's just hungry. And then Barnes goes off on a tangent about first this, and the fucking ketchup, then the fucking third thing that my brain suddenly forgot the name of.
Hey,
Oh no! What did my brain forget?
I hate it. Is the thing. Another kind of red sauce.
Soup.
Oh,
The tomato soup.
oh, so homie's
Not
hungry.
the soup.
Crazy.
Soup is my thing. I take offense.
Yes, so he mentioned specifically marinara sauce, ketchup, and tomato soup.
Yikes.
Now, I will give both mages, the well-trained one and the not-so-well-trained one, that would be able to roll this. Mojave, you're allowed to use alchemy with knowledge use, so knowledge skill and the mental limit. And Cloudy, you're allowed to roll Arcana.
Aye.
Okay, Mojave, you have to rack your brain. All right, you got to seek deep in your thoughts.
Vibe checking myself.
You're vibe checking yourself. You are reaching so far back into
My
a half
library of
remembered,
vibes.
yeah, half remembered moment. Like this was not Hugo. This is reaching deep into your college days.
Dang.
You remember having to go over a practical, like practical use magic class, talking about the practical uses of magic in the modern day. And it discusses in there various jobs, including one that entered the scene after a while using necromantic magic, alchemical necromantic magic. And one of the common add-ons is Nightshade. Now, any form of Nightshade will do.
Dun dun dun!
And in necromantic magics, which is most commonly taught to forensic thaumaturgists, tomatoes are sometimes an ingredient used, as they are a relative of the Nightshade family.
Tomatoes are in the Nightshade family.
Now you know that necromantic magic has clearly been on all over these fucking bodies. But Venti probably should know about the tomato trick. It's, at least among the groups, it's like, yeah, it's a easy shorthand.
I learned it if I learned that in school.
Yeah, it's
Chances
a
are
weird
guy
one.
who went to school and paid attention and has a job based off of that education should know it.
Yeah. It's, and you put it past, maybe he's not thinking about it because it's not tomatoes, it's products that may or may not contain enough tomato. But, like, saying that there's no magical reason seems a bit odd.
Especially seeing as, gosh. I mean, admittedly, my soup is weird, but there can be magical reasons for a lot of things. Alarms are ringing, the pigeon's eyes are dialed in.
So
Meanwhile, Cloudy is going over there. No wonder they're fucking up the blood magic. They're trying to replace the blood with weird red sauces.
Yeah.
Cloudy's over here like, damn, these blood mages trying to use pasta sauce.
Trying to replace blood with other red things, thinking it'll work. No wonder
Blood
they're
golems?
fucking up so hard.
Blood golems? No. Fucking pasta golems speaking Italian. Alright, sorry about that one. That was rough. But no, other than the Cloudy going over the possible pasta golems, the fettuccine Alfredo magicians,
No.
Stop immediately.
That would
Stop
explain
today.
why they would never succeed ever. There is no possibility of it.
Are you saying it's impossible?
Cut the stream, dead ass. We're done. We're done here
All
tonight,
right.
folks. it's done. It's over. Actually, we're done. No more.
Good night, everybody. All right.
To be fair, the
You've
tomato
reached the
nonsense seems
fun
involved with the
threshold.
necromancy as opposed to the blood magic.
You guys, we're trying to catch a serial killer, and y'all are focusing on pasta. We need to lock in.
I
We
mean, you know,
must.
flowers from grain and cereals from grain. It all fits together.
But
Lock the fuck in.
I'm sorry when pasta sauce is a legitimate clue in a murder investigation. I'm sorry.
Y'all better lock the fuck in today. Okay.
But no, astral eyes on Barnes, on Venti, monitoring this conversation very closely as Cloudy has his pasta
Yeah.
crisis in the background.
I will give this to you. Venti's lying. When he told Barnes there's no magical read, he is lying. He's lying his ass off. And he's nervous.
The pigeon perched nearby is giving Cloudy direct eye contact.
Cloudy, a pigeon is staring at you.
It's a Mojave flavored pigeon. You know it's him.
Whoa. Mojave
The
rolled
pigeon-
really good to hide himself. I don't know. man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm not like. That's why I'm like a pigeon is staring at you and not being like Mojave. No, a pigeon is staring at you very intently.
Slowly holds up a V sign. Raised eyebrow.
What's up?
There's a moment of the pigeon head bobs twice.
When your Shadowrunning buddy, your Shadowrunner buddy can turn into a fucking bird, but can't talk.
If I tried to do that, it'd give the game away.
It'd give the gig away. So it's like you can't talk in this instance. Just gentle pigeon head bobs in your direction.
You gotta learn to speak pigeon. Take it as a language.
I would love it if I worked with Day and that just wasn't Mojave. The whole time.
My
Wrong
language
pigeon.
is pigeon dialect New York.
I have one of those whistles somewhere in this room, not far. I just don't know where it is. That makes the mourning dove noise. If I had that
Sure.
right now.
So Cloudy, go ahead and continue looking at the crime scene, and then up at the pigeon, just be like, 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down,
One Bob.
and then point over at Venti, hold up a V.
Bob.
Single Bob.
Yes. I'd say the bird is clearly just an ordinary bird. Just happens to fly directly over Venti. Like the shadow, like with my shadow aimed at him.
Okay.
So, am I grabbing him and
Staring at this
running?
man, sensing.
Yoink. Sensing to try to really vibe check Venti.
Yeah, let's not grab the
Yeah,
corner
no,
on
not
the street in
right
front of the
now.
cops based
The
off
way-
of
Not,
the
not
pigeon
right
thing.
now. Later. It's a
The way-
later. It's a
the-
later thing.
The way Shelly said, "So do I kidnap a cop or what?" Like, bro.
You know what? I can also roll a sensing. Let's do that instead of kidnapping. a
Yeah,
cop.
roll a
That feels
roll a
wiser.
sensing.
Oh my
do
God.
not kidnap the police officer in front of every other police officer at an active crime scene.
Right. Maybe we'd be better about this.
Okay. Terrible
it's
twos.
yellow. Is that a bad thing?
That just means that I think it's within like 2 ones of a glitch.
Ah,
It's a warning
okay.
sign that you did get ones in your roll.
Got it. Understood.
You do not glitch.
Well, it's actually a
Two
warning if you
more.
got ones and no sixes.
I did get no 6s.
Yes, which is fine. You need
Gotcha,
a certain
gotcha,
amount of
gotcha.
ones. Yeah, it's just a warning of you should check this just in case. Now, both of you got 2s. Luckily, emotional levels are 1. So, easily enough, you can tell that Venti is being a bit suspicious, mostly because after this interaction, there's a little bit of anger underneath that exhaustion and disgust that's rising. Barnes is clearly suspicious. He's kind of pushing it now. But Venti clearly is not having a good time right now. He's very displeased. And you know what? I realize you two roll perception. Mojave didn't do good on the perception, but you two can roll it.
Yeah, pigeons aren't known for their exceptional eyesight.
Sure.
Oh my god, I'm actually kind of surprised. Shelly.
Yeah.
Underneath his coat, which he has zipped up all the way, Venti has on a white dress shirt. And on the collar, mostly hidden, is a very orangish red stain.
Marinara!
Jesus Christ. If that
This
doesn't fucking get clipped,
motherfucker.
I scream.
This motherfucker.
Please clip Day Scream Marinara. I
Yeah.
love you so much.
Very much on the sub vocal. He's gonna rub at his nose, cover his mouth. He's not talking to his friends on a way that's totally not a problem. He's got sauce on his collar.
Wait.
I knew that motherfucker was sus. She's
Ah,
immediately gonna fucking.
Let's Connie will go ahead and fill in why it's us, because I don't think anyone has actually said so far. Oh,
Right,
no, he
no,
doesn't know. He doesn't
No, no.
know. The only one who knows is a bird. Like,
Oh,
Yep.
right.
There's marinara
that
on
was
us all.
the marinara thing
Now,
wasn't
well,
translated
you do
over.
know that
Okay.
you do know that marinara was found at the scene, though. You did overhear that.
Well,
You just don't know
Where?
why.
There's red on his collar. Could be blood.
There
Could be
was-
something else.
is it red or orange?
Kind of reddish orange.
It's not blood.
Like
Um,
like the stain
that'd be
of
brown.
sauce.
Yeah.
Only when it's dry.
So like some kind of boiler. There was apparently marinara sauce seen both here and at a previous.
Anyone want to tell me why that is significant? I still think this motherfucker is sus, but just so I can connect the dots.
What does the
Not
marinara sauce
sure.
taste like?
Well,
I haven't-
the last one that tasted it is apparently in the hospital, so probably not great.
He's in the hospital? Amazing. I'm going to go over to the hospital. Not physically. Matrix.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Um,
you're gonna hack the hospital again?
I'm gonna hack the hospital, bitch.
Quote unquote, Officer Terry.
Is
Tyler.
it Terry?
Tyler.
It's Tyler.
Tyler. Terry Tyler. God damn it, Tyler.
Okay.
Do you guys want me to test the sauce?
No, you
Do not test
what?
the sauce.
No. You just got told that the person who last ate it ended up in the hospital. No, we don't want you to eat the sauce. Are you
Does it
crazy?
taste metallic?
Jesus
And
Christ. Everyone
probably
shut
have
up. I'm going to hack into the fucking hospital. So Softy, I'm gonna do the roll for it, but I just want to know, is this a thing where I imagine, especially because he's a cop, it's emergency room situation, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then where I'm hacking is very specifically like the recent hospital emergency room records to find an Officer Tyler.
You're still gonna have to get in through the host.
Okay. So do I do
So-
hacking
Yep.
first?
You gotta
Okay.
you gotta brute force your way into the hospital host,
Okay.
which is a monolith, isn't it? It's a large building on the Matrix. It is big walls.
So I only got a 4. I didn't glitch or anything. Like I didn't, I don't have any ones in there, but I got a 4.
You walk through the host, because there's a public side to the host. You can just walk in.
Yeah.
So you send your icon in through the halls, and you find the restricted section, a la employees only.
Mm-hmm.
And you use your brute force methods
Yeah.
and get fucking bounced back.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, you got to reroll.
Whoever gave me the reroll, thank you so much.
Pixie.
Pixie is
Pixie,
her
you're the
saint
best.
again.
And Pixie clipped Marinara.
Hey,
Wow.
Pixie, the queen.
Oh, and all of our pasta jokes.
Oh, wow, amazing.
Enough of them.
All right, it's a 5 this time.
Unfortunately, you still get bounced back.
Shit. Okay.
It seems the hospital is a little bit more strong since your last break-in.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. Shit. I'm gonna have to come back at a later time. I pull out of that, and I will let them know. It seems the security at the hospital has increased, so I will have to wait till a little bit later to try again. But they will at least have a record of him being there and what ailed him. If there isn't one, then that's another suspicious thing, but yes, I'm on it. Now, what is the significance of the tomato sauce? Do you know? Anybody got a clue about tomatoes?
Currently a pigeon.
Fuck.
No, unfortunately, the closest thing I could assume is that they're trying to do some weird thing with the blood magic and trying to not actually use blood, which seems weird when they're killing people. So probably not it.
So, like
they
the
be-
alchemy that Mojave does, he does a kind of magic just with, whatever we would think is mundane items.
I mean,
Are they trying
according,
to like?
supposedly the lodge was more alchemical based, so you can ask Mojave when they stop being a bird.
Oh, okay.
Are they trying to like extend out their blood supply by like mixing it with other red stuff, so like they have more to use?
like
Is that
water in a
thing?
shampoo bottle?
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm also gonna say the priority now that Mojave has seen what he has seen is less on stalking the scene and more on passing notes to Barnsey. So the pigeon's gonna flutter out of sight and I don't know, we're just gonna hide in Barnes's shadow or something. Like I am literally shadowing him so the moment I can whisper in his ear, I'm gonna whisper in his ear.
Okay.
Not literally. I don't want to give this man a heart attack, but figure of speech.
Please, he's already had one this year. He doesn't need another one. He's
Yeah,
not a pacemaker, dog.
I saw the state of his liver. I saw that's no, just too metaphorically whisper in his ear.
I'm sorry, the DM needs a minute because the DM just read the Twitch chat. And I am trying not to bust out laughing.
I don't have it open today.
Ooh.
Hold on, Morningstar,
Yes.
how do you know what shampoo is?
That was in when I moved in with J and T. They had shampoo bottles. I read the labels. I don't have hair, but I can read. Okay, so I know what shampoo bottles are. Wow.
If you don't have soap, you could use shampoo. It's the same thing.
All right, listen, Morningstar's not that ghetto. She'll buy a bar of soap. Okay, let's be so for real. I don't, guys. Please remember that even though the player is like trying her best, Morningstar is smart. Okay, can read, knows what shampoo is. God damn it.
Yeah, no. A couple of years ago, when we started out, it was Mojave who would not have known.
Right.
Fair enough. However, I should also go ahead and say, I've definitely been on the internet long enough to see the
Yeah, the shampoo. Shampoo.
Several shampoo ads.
Herbal essence still going strong.
Featuring a truly lovely Lord Ordon as the star.
Exactly. Looking at
Jesus
there.
Christ.
All
Okay,
right,
serious.
sorry, I'm under control. Pardon me. That just
Yes.
caught me off guard.
It was great. It was great.
Now, all right, Mojave, you are currently in, and there's the shampoo advert. Mojave, you are currently in Barnes's shadow.
Yep. Just waiting for a moment where I can catch Malone without putting anything on tech record.
Of course. It will take a small minute as he is obviously on case. Many people are trying to talk to him. He's not. He can't really walk away right now.
Yep.
There might be a moment prior to like actually when he needs to leave that he is sort of deeper into the alley while the rest of the officers have backed up, or they're just people super focused on the body, while he's kind of walked a little deeper, trying to see if anything rolled down the alley.
I have a question for you, ST.
Yes?
Does Venti have a comms unit?
Yes.
I would like to put Mark on his comms unit. Very similar to what I did to Barnes's radio, where I like marked it so I can track him. I want to do the same thing with Venti.
Of course. It is on the public grid, so you may hack to get in.
Wonderful. Let's go hacking. Let's go. A 6.
Let's go hacking. Aw, dang it. All right. 6 is enough. He does not have the best.
He's on city salary. It's rough out here.
He's on city salary. You know, it's not so bad. He's on city salary. He's mage. He's got to buy a bunch of really expensive shit, and it's like, ask
Yeah.
Cloudy what the life of actually having to buy all your shit is like.
Right. So I'm in there like swimwear. Place a fucking mark.
Oh yeah. Would you like to sneak through his contacts?
Yes.
I know you would.
Naga swimwear.
Yes. Not
So-
swimwear.
Naga
Sorry.
swimwear. So you see in his contacts, he has a number, and you recognize this number. You've seen it before in a few of the contacts. This is the business line, like when you call it the front desk of the Diamond Stallion. Now, this is on business cards everywhere, but that is also where the 2 elven prostitutes were from.
Motherfucker.
Also
okay.
in his contact lists,
Yes.
buried very deeply, is a file that has been hidden. And it is a contact number. And it is one you have
Yes.
seen before. Now, uncomfortably so, it does make sense that someone working at the coroner's office would have this number. Because it is one of the contact numbers given to set up, basically, contact to set up a ComSec style meeting with Witch of the Woods. He is a coroner's office worker. It's not unbelievable that he'd be skimming organs and selling them off. He has access to dead bodies unfiltered.
Okay. So grab that. I fucking make little copies so that I have the contact numbers and all that. Although the Diamond Stallion is public, but just
Oh, of
a
course.
note that I grabbed it for my pin board in my Matrix space. Anything else of interest? Is there any pictures? Is there any anything interesting on his phone?
Yeah, there's some pictures.
What am I looking at, Softy?
Dead bodies.
And he's a perv.
And a coroner.
And a coroner.
Yeah, but why is he taking pictures? Take the pictures. Keeping them
They
on your
are-
phone, brother.
It's one of those ones where they are dead bodies, definitely in morgue locations.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are under their sheets, some are not. But it is hard to say, is he taking a picture of the body in question, or is he taking a picture of, the wound or something to remind himself of something? There's no context for these photos, but there are photos of corpses, both nude and otherwise, on his phone.
Disgusting. Okay, I take note of all these things. I'm like, okay, got it.
The other thing that
Yes.
is in his contacts is an extremely blurry photo. It is a awful photo that was clearly downloaded, not taken. It is in his downloads, off the Matrix. God only knows when it was taken and uploaded. It's so fucking. You're like, oh my god, is this actually a JPEG? This is what creature have I discovered from back in the day? I think it's a
Right.
fucking JPEG,
Right.
and it's blown out. It's shitty, but it is that same Aztec blood magic symbol.
Dun dun dun.
Okay. So here's the thing. He's looking real suspicious, right? And
Sure.
like, but if we're being logical, he could have literally been in the middle of a spaghetti fucking dinner when he got the call. He is a coroner. Maybe he is recognizing these signs, but is like, I don't have enough evidence to actually say it is this thing. And so he's got these reminders on his phone and whatever else. What I do want to know is, in the pictures he has of dead bodies, are any of them the victims, especially the elven victims, since he has that contact with Diamond Stallion?
There are definitely some of the victims in his phone, but they are all laid out on morgue tables. They were taken at the coroner's office in the morgue, the same as every other one on his phone.
Okay, so as much as I want to be like, we got our fucking guy, we might not. So I take all that information in, and I will be slowly, as I'm discovering it, you guys are hearing it over your comms, except for fucking Mojave, who's a bird. And Liam's right there in the van with me. So is Jason. So you guys are all hearing this information. So everybody is caught up. And she definitely says it's looking pretty bad for him, but not so bad that we can directly point finger to him. The
Meanwhile,
thing that is
that alley.
suspicious is the Witch of the Woods contact. So worth keeping an eye on. And I will leave my mark on his phone so that I can track him.
Yeah, we should tail him in case we need to show him the Dark Knight or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, just in case. So I put the mark on him so we can find him should we
Oh.
need to interrogate
I-
him strongly.
Actually need something from you if you would like to do it.
Oh. Well,
I want to alert you that you can do this.
phone?
You have marks on the phone. You have access to the device.
Yes.
You are able to reconstruct deleted data. By spending a mark, I will let you open deleted files. You have, given you rolled a 6, you have 2 marks on it. I'll let you
Oh.
burn 1 mark and use
Yes.
it to access a deleted file and reconstruct it.
I would love
It could
to
be
do that.
corrupted, but it's there.
Damn, and then do this on the news station afterwards.
I will do this. I would like to reconstruct the deleted
Yeah.
data, please.
I need to be more open with, hey, alert, you actually can do this with devices. You can find deleted data, you can seek things out. Please be aware of this. I need to
Okay.
remind you of the things you can do. Because there's a
I-
lot.
Recon data. Okay, I have made a note. I will remember. I would like to reconstruct the deleted data on his phone.
There is some deleted messages. Of the deleted conversations, there
Uh-huh.
are a lot, and they go back very far.
Okay.
Always with different numbers.
Okay.
And no names are used, but
Mhm.
they are generally about money, about product pickup, including one that is
Sorry.
probably the least corrupted. As you know, you're only kind of getting every 6th message. at best, given
Yeah.
that, when you delete data and save over it.
Yeah.
But one of the ones that's probably a little more full is very old messages, but you get a very angry, just like, we're talking that if you saw this across the way, you'd be like, damn, he in trouble kind of rant from Venti to this number, screaming bloody murder of fucking, it's not worth the payment, I'm not paying you, the product was destroyed on delivery, I can't even imagine what is what is wrong with you, I paid for fresh, why was there a second one, why is this all going on, you don't. And then it continues on with you I'm trying to remember how I did this corruption in my mind, how to describe this corrupt symbol. It shows an A, a lot of corrupted data, bastards, corrupted data. Get back on your bikes and drive into the ocean is the last part. Is get back on your bikes and drive into the ocean for all I care.
Okay. Get back. What the fuck? Okay.
And whoever they are, he uses A and he uses it capitalized.
Okay. What is Venti again? His meta species. What is he?
He's human.
Okay. Fucking around. All right. All right. I found interesting information that I would like to share with the group. she now proceeds to download the group on this particular deleted messages. A lot of going back and forth. Clearly, he's contacts with Richard Wood, so perhaps that's the product he speaks of. However, it seems he is receiving product from someone, capital A. The rest of the information was sort of corrupted, but he was very displeased with the product that they brought him. It was destroyed or something like that, and he told them to get back on their bikes and drive into the ocean. So Venti, even if he is not our killer,
Get back on their bikes? The ancients?
Quite possibly. So even though he might not be our killer, he's clearly fucking around with things, and he just told fuck you to possibly the ancients.
Oh, yeah. Oh, also, Venti used a lot of slurs.
And a lot of slurs. It's so many
Mostly
slurs.
It's gotta be him.
Keeb.
No more.
A lot of Keeb. He used a couple trogs. Dandelion Eater, Keeb, Trog, a few other things.
Got it.
Question?
Lots of racial slurs against elves, orcs, and
just elves again.
And she has a moment where she's like, I don't know what Dandelion Eater is. She's like, I don't know what this is. I've never heard this. But proceeds to download everybody on that.
Except the bird who's in the alley about to make contact with the cop.
Can Morningstar double down on recovering deleted data and just throw more into it to get more information?
If Morningstar... Well, Morningstar would have to hack again to add more, because she wants to keep a mark to GPS him. So she has to hack again to get more marks on the phone.
It was just a question for, in the future, possibly the new station, can she, invest more than just the one mark to get more information?
Oh, I'd
allow... Yeah.
I already got out of there.
Yeah, Morningstar got a lot from the new station.
Yeah.
And Morningstar wouldn't have had to dig at all because there was so much access. Morningstar had enough control to be the administrator of that host, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I got all the information from the news place.
Just wanted to make sure. Okay.
But yes, in another event, I would allow more marks to be used to either get deeper into data or more roles to be used to try to reconstruct data you have taken. Really reconstruct it.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, look, whatever this man is up to, he's not up to anything good. He's certainly selling organs, and he's involved with possibly, it seems very probable, the ancients. I don't know too many groups that start with an A and are on bikes. So I have a mark on him though, so we can track him. And if we do need to do the crazy fastball special of kidnapping a cop, it's a probability.
Got it. I mean, let me know. We're right here. I don't think I can get out. There's a lot.
I can
A
imagine
lot of
you.
officers.
So,
You're-
so speaking of officers, over in that alley, right?
Yes, you're over in the alley with Barnes. You may attempt to communicate with him.
I've been thinking about the way to do this and not have him freak out and die.
True.
What are the odds I could just like manifest as a magpie in a cowboy hat and just hop on the nearest dumpster, squawk to get his attention?
I mean, you're allowed to do that. That is your manifested form. Is your manifested form, dog. You have the ability to change your form.
Yeah, because that's what I do. I just magpie in a cowboy hat. It's silly enough that it hopefully won't make him freak out. It's identifiably like Mojave enough that he'll know that this is relevant, that I'm trying to talk to him, and he's not just gonna think I've been overdoing it and I've been hallucinating. Is the goal.
Of course. Well, you appear, the little click-clack of your small burb feet on an empty trash can definitely makes him look up. He sees you. He
Waves the
blinks a
wing.
few times. He blinks a few times again. Oh, okay. Maybe I need a psyche help.
Shakes head as Mojave has that moment of like, wait, do I talk like myself or do I pretend to be a spirit sent by me? Wait, Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna full on flutter over and hop on his shoulder to actually whisper in his ear now. But like as a bird hat that he has seen and not just a voice from nowhere.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, when you land and you have weight to you, he's like, oh, okay. What the fuck?
Magic is as magic does. But real talk, man, it's Venti. He's lying to you.
Why? Why the hell would... Wait, hold on. What? Why in the world would Venti do this? He gets paid better than I do. Why do any of this? Why ruin his fucking life like that?
I don't got them answers. I can just tell you. A forensic thaumaturgist. It's magic stuff. I'm telling you, it's him.
How do you know?
Magic nonsense.
Okay, thank you, bird. That God, I hope is real, and I'm not.
I am as
finally
real
broken.
as any magic is. But no,
I didn't
I'm
see
telling
magic
ya,
shit every day.
It's Venti. He's lying to you. Things don't add up. There are reasons why there would be marinara on a crime scene. Forensic thaumaturgists. That tradition commonly uses nightshades as a reagent, and you know what nightshades are? Tomatoes are nightshades. I know this sounds like crazy conspiracy nonsense, and the fact that it's coming from a bird beak don't help. But follow the thread, watch your back, yeah?
Okay.
And any sightings of an individual on top of that wrecked ambulance, don't worry about it. It has nothing to do with this case.
You know, I'm pretty sure your friend actually told me he was on the ambulance.
Oh, cool. Good. Bob's head.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be in touch. Bird
Mhm.
melts away.
Oh, okay. He reaches into his pocket, like his jacket pocket, like faced away from the body and the cops, pulls out a flask, and just takes a shot. And then puts it back in.
I don't blame him, but goddamn.
No, I don't blame you.
I need to retire.
But yeah, no, over in the van, Mojave slips back into his body and just full on sits up. It's venting.
I immediately launch into all the things I found in his phone. So, like, there's no preamble. I just immediately start telling you about the contacts that I found, one of which is the Witch of the Woods, about the pictures I found. I have copies. Look, and you see all of the pictures he had on his phone, including the one that had the symbol on it. I also give the information about the stuff I recovered from the deleted files. And so, yes.
That symbol, does Scales have access? Did Scales get like the metadata on that image
Yes.
to see like how long has he had this image in his possession?
I know there were several that were dated. Was
Yeah.
the symbol dated? I mean, it's a phone. It's dated. Fucking,
yeah.
I'm a clown.
Basically, does he have the symbol? Does it show that he had it at a time that'd be suspicious in light of these murders?
That picture's been
Before
on
it-
his phone. That picture has been on his phone for 2 years.
Oh yeah, no, so definitely before the 6 months murders.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So,
Yeah,
Hold on, it was it's the improperly copied one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is
It's a blurry, shitty photo of what appears to have been a book at some point. He didn't take the photo. He got it off the internet, and it's old enough to be considered a JPEG.
Yes, which
Oh
I say
my God.
over the the subvocal so everybody hears it, and then also to Mojave.
And then clarify the note Scales dug up again on the orders to and from.
Which orders? Because there's two sets of things. There's like his initial contacts that he was making to essentially like say product is had, drop off point, this is the monetary number for product. And then there's the deleted files one, which is him basically cursing people the fuck out because product was destroyed. He said he is not fucking paying for it. And then ended it with saying, A word, get on your bikes and drive into the sea for all I care.
with
So- So looking at all this data, he's been contracting people to do the murders for him, bodies on delivery, and then his contacts with Witch of the Woods. What did those look like again?
Was
There
that
were
the
none.
initial-
That was just
Yeah.
a phone number.
Right.
he-
Okay.
Yeah, he just had the phone number to
Also,
that,
I will give, this is just a little bit of knowledge. You have the some of the monetary amounts being given out to these groups, including the A-word fuckheads.
yeah. Right.
There is no fucking way any group would run wet work for those prices. They're hitting maybe 1,000 new yen.
That's not enough for
All
what
right.
he's
So
doing.
not contract killings. No, I'm guessing we're looking at snatch jobs.
Either snatch
Kidnappings.
jobs, snatch jobs, or perhaps he's looking for those other ingredients needed. Maybe not something as a cop he should be walking into places or working around to get himself, so he has other people do it. The snatching seem more likely, but just in case, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking if he was paying people to hunt reagents for him, it cost a heck of a lot more.
Sure. What were you going to say, Jason?
I was just gonna say, with all this evidence that's been uncovered, it gives a lot more possibilities to our investigation.
God damn it, Jay. Fuck.
Noskavian, I want you to listen to me right now. I want you to hear me out. I am as your GM, I am giving you 2 awesome points. Record them wherever you wish. You may cash them in to do anything crazy you want. They're not edge. I'll let you get away with the dumbest shit possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna
This
say
is crazy.
So
Mojave
basically,
just does
Jay,
slow blink and moves on, not acknowledging the pun. Day is cracking up in the corner.
No, that's too ridiculous. Anyhow,
But-
what if he also look, he's really looking good for these murders. But what?
No,
if
I'm telling you, it's
he's-
him. Hands down, it's him.
Is this because of the tomatoes?
Yes.
What are the tomatoes? What's the connection there?
Okay, so magic, right? Reagents, right? Each tradition does reagents a little bit differently. What works for one guy is not supposed to work for the next guy, right? And I
Right,
remember
okay.
way back when, right? I went
Right.
to school once, right?
Right.
And one of the things was talking about necromancy, which is how it's applied in forensic thaumaturgy. And one of the reagents they tend to favor is nightshades. We have been seeing necromantic magics. It's
Mhm.
grew everywhere, right?
Mhm.
And right there, Barnes asked Venti, is there any reason why the sauce would be on the scene? And Venti was like, no, I cannot imagine any reason whatsoever. That dude is a forensic thaumaturgist. He should know that tomatoes are a nightshade and nightshade are used in his freaking industry.
So, do we want to arrange a little pickup on one thaumaturgist?
Let's put a pin in that. We dropped I just now dropped a line to Barnes.
Is he
side.
safe to confront this man?
To confront him right now? No, but dude's a cop. We send him this evidence and find a way to launder it up, make it look legal, make a case. He can take care of this on the books.
Okay.
And if Venti panics and pops off before then, we arrange a little meeting in a back alley.
I have a tracker on Venti's phone. I also have a tracker on Barnes's phone.
Good.
Oh, you'd actually have to redo that. He had to reset his radio.
Oh,
And his radio is off right now.
Barnes, you fucking clown. Never mind.
Sorry.
Okay. You know, don't the cops? You know, they dispatch people to places on purpose. We just listen to their chatter and make sure if he suddenly stops responding to his job, something's happened. We seek him out.
Okay. I will. The tracker is at least on Venti, so shit. But this is what we are looking at. So
Actually, hey Finn.
Borf?
So the man covered in the black ooze, can you go ahead and follow him for me? Maybe as a bird. Maybe a little pigeon you saw Mojave as.
He immediately turns into a slightly blue mourning dove.
what?
You let me know if he goes and chucks his phone, will you?
Meanwhile, Scales, all that data you dug up, we should put it together in a nice, neat dossier that, say, a detective could have put together himself, and slip it to our boy.
Okay. I also got a bunch of information from News 10, stuff with Miko Industries, stuff with my mom, stuff with the lowercase squad, stuff of the cops doing some things they should not be doing.
I mean, it's cops, what you expect.
All right. And that Horizon has changed post-flood 5 times their CEO.
I mean, that
So-
tracks.
Yes, I'm just letting you know. That's the data I got from the news channels. So we have a lot of information to go through. I will start putting together the dossier. I have seen enough of Barnes's files to be able to mimic this sort of thing.
I mean, the mimicking is the least important aspect. The biggest thing is getting it to him in a way that he can make a case out of. I'd say
Oh no, for sure. I'm not saying, when I say mimic, I don't mean like his handwriting. I mean just the way they set up files and such, so that it looks professional.
I'd say the smoking gun, as it were, is that symbol, because that symbol appeared on the bodies, and that symbol, if it appeared on his phone 18 months before these murders started, that's a little bit suspicious.
For sure. Softy, I'm putting together in my head as we're having this conversation, this dossier. Does Barnes have an email? I imagine he does.
Yes. He has a
Wonderful.
business and a personal, but you only know the business one.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this dossier to his business email. Yes, I'm gonna send it to his business email. Is it possible to put a little it's not so much I guess it's still a mark, but just in case someone tries to delete the files. You know what I'm saying? Like a notification.
It would be
Yeah.
considered a mark. It is your item, is your file. You own it. You can send the data over with basically a connection to it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. When I send this file over, I want to put a little notification sprite on it, or mark whatever that will ping me if someone tries to delete this file.
All right.
I think I'll also Mojave will announce that he's gonna just text Barnes real quick, let him know that Data's coming, but Mojave's just going to send him a text from that number and just Data coming your way, smiley face.
Smiley face.
Very much like check your email, smiley face.
Yes. Literally.
So that is
Maybe smiley face bird emoji.
All right. You send all this off. Send the smiley face bird emoji. You can actually see across the way as Barnes is standing there. His pocket lights up. He reaches in, checks his phone, then just like heads up. Like he starts looking up at the roof, like he's looking for a fucking bird or some shit. Like,
I mean, that makes sense.
right.
But he appears to have received it. And I will alert you if anyone attempts to intervene on that document.
Okay, wonderful. I'm going to look over at Liam. I know your face is basically still bandaged. How is Liam doing? Like I've said all this information out loud. How's Liam doing?
I've taken it all in. He can only help with certain things. So a lot of it is either just waiting for you guys to do your thing or sitting here bandaged. But not great, but he hasn't really ever been great. Just so pretty much baseline, just sitting there choosing to be happy with a silly bandage on because it's something that's not thinking about other things.
Yeah. She's gonna reach over and she's just gonna hold his hand. Just as like it's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure this out.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, listen, her mind doing a lot of stuff right now. So she just like reaches over and then she's like ping, 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 ping all over the fucking matrix.
Ding, 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 ding. But info has been sent. You have alerted Barnes of the extreme suspicion and possible just straight up proof on Venti.
Yeah.
Is there anything else specific you want to do this evening? Because right now, Barnes obviously can't confront Venti right now. So for the time being, Venti is remaining a free man.
We've got Finn astral stalking him.
And I have
Yeah, Finn is actually.
phone.
Yep, he is being stalked. You will have full GPS data of this man.
Okay, if Finn is astral stalking him, I do not have to personally astral stalk him, but like, we are by no means letting him go around unattended.
Yeah,
Of course.
Mr. Prowley.
And if he tries to do something before Barnes can make moves, we're gonna make moves.
Of course.
there's definitely once everyone's back in the van, there's definitely from Morningstar going. So plan A, we have Barnes confront him. Plan B, we set up a pickup,
Yeah.
an aggressive pickup.
It's
If he tries to run, if he goes underground, I have a potential option.
Okay, what are you thinking?
I have a spell.
Oh, what you get?
Detect individual.
Hey!
Hey, you.
That-
Noah,
That's a
if
spell.
you're in my range, I know exactly where the hell you are. But also
Wonderful.
ritual magic. That's a couple of us are willing to sit in a circle for a while. That range can get up to like a kilometer or two.
Hell yeah. Okay,
Nice.
great.
That one might hurt, but
Well, you know.
point
I mean-
is,
Now that we know who it is, I'm gonna say it. There's nowhere he can run that we ain't gonna follow.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Right.
nowhere he can run that we don't got pals.
Mm-hmm. Let's go back home. I have information to show you guys, and I don't very much want to be. Look, honestly, guys, I'm very long, and I'm getting a little cramped being in the car, and I'd like to stretch.
actually, Softy, let
Yes.
me know when Venti goes home. We can go ahead and get that properly pinged.
Of course. Don't worry, I will alert you all within your nighttime when Venti moves and where he goes. And where...
Yeah, and periodically throughout the evening, Mojave just gonna be like, "So what's he doing now?" to Cloudy, who's got the link to Finn.
Yeah.
Hey, what's he doing? What's he doing?
When we
Yeah.
get back to the apartment,
I assume that is anxiety.
oh,
not
are you
going
coming
with
with
you?
us? Yeah, are you coming with us to the apartment?
Yes, maybe. What is the stuff you want to show us? Is it like a PowerPoint presentation? I have to be there to watch the slides, or
What I mean,
so no?
technically
Okay.
you don't have
So
to
then
be
I'll go
there.
to my parents' place and I'll be on the sub vocals.
Okay.
Since there's nothing to be there to physically view.
Okay. Okay. Well, you will hear everything. We will be planning to snatch up Venti if he tries to run or attack Barnes or whatever. So,
Yep.
Or attack anybody else.
yes, keep
Or is
yours-
contacted by whoever he's been hiring to make these things happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So be safe and keep your comms on.
Double thumbs up. Pull the bandages off and then leave.
Yeah, as the bandages come off, there's the glance at from Mojave being like, "Okay, are there actually any?" No, literally, barely even. Okay.
You're just
Yeah,
some
just-
bruising, yeah.
It's a
bruise.
barely a bruise on his cheek. That's kind of actually a little hard to see due to the
Yeah.
fact his skin tone is dark gray and
Yeah,
like
there was
purplish.
that-
So it's just
Okay,
kind
he
of
was bandaged. I am a doctor. It did not seem severe enough that I should have checked, but like I'm checking. Okay, no. Okay, as you were.
As I were. All the way back home.
Well, it's only a street over. So you don't have
Not
to
that
travel
far
too
away.
far.
it's barely like a couple. It's like barely a minute and a half.
Little sad, but it doesn't say anything. And then yeah, we go back to the apartment.
When Shelly gets in the van, he offers a high five to Morningstar.
Okay, why? Hi, what?
Yeah, when you do the high five, hey Softy, will you let me use empathetic healing to get rid of all the stiffness from her body and transfer it to myself?
Yes.
You feel the cramping of a 12-foot snake. Enjoy.
Yeah. And then you just see the oh my god, why is it so much? Oh yeah, you're so much bigger than I am.
I'm so
There's just
sorry.
there's just a grunt as he like
Yeah.
as it like hits him.
Like
and he moves to like the back of the car and like just like
imagine
rolling his shoulder trying to like
Get-
loosen up.
Get this
dual-natured
snake.
just dual-natured Mojave always always astral perception, even when he's not like intentionally paying attention to it. Just sees this transfer of energy and just that little double take of like, you.
Someone get that snake an Epsom salt vat.
I need to soak for a while. She's been in the car all night. Like her body is like, please release me.
we do not have a spa in the van. Sorry.
Unfortunately, no, it is okay. The van is brilliant. It's just I need to stretch. So when we get home, well, actually, now I feel pretty good. And she's
Yeah,
just
no.
like,
I got the stretching. Don't worry about it.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm a lot bigger than you. Are you okay?
I didn't think this through.
There
I see.
are parts of your spine that you feel strain in discs of your spine that you don't have.
No.
This is where Mojave stands up and just kind of like walks around him, squinting, not just like at him, but like astrally at him. A magic X-ray looking at your bones and muscles, and like, huh, yeah, no, you got some knots there.
Well, how tall is Shelly?
Oh, that is a question. He is 6'2".
Even when she was humanoid, she was taller than him. So,
He is
yes,
a short elf.
He's got an extra 6 feet of cramping that's been shoved into his body. I'm so sorry. Anyway, we should go home.
Neat trick, though.
Uh-huh. Not gonna do
Good.
that again anytime soon.
What is the
but-
point of high five?
Oh,
Camaraderie.
yeah. Also, when I touch people, I can take away their pain and give it to myself.
That
That's a
is
neat trick.
very sweet. Don't ever do it again.
Physical pain or emotional pain or both?
Physical.
Don't do it again.
Yeah.
No promises.
Because if you could take away emotional pain, maybe we could fix T.
Her heart
Who?
shatters in an instant in her seat. She's just like, no.
Hey, you can't save someone who don't want to be saved. That's the long and short of it.
Damn.
I don't think I have that. I mean, I could
But,
try to make that magic, but I don't think I can.
I
That
don't
sounds
think
like more of a
it's-
cloudy thing.
I
It's
don't think
okay.
you should. I
Not-
don't think you should.
Not to
It's-
mention, you can't take away some things without taking away the person living them.
Yeah, it's okay, Shelly. Plus, if you did that, like, we don't want to sacrifice one friend to save another friend. That just ain't right.
Yeah.
I would kind of have to take whatever is in his head and put it in my head, and
You
then,
don't want that. It's
I was-
horrific in there. Don't ever.
yeah.
It's so bad, Shelly. It's so bad.
No, that's a neat trick. It's good you can do it, but I am a doctor and you don't gotta.
I figured it was a small thing. She's so big.
Wow.
I mean, you are a 12-foot snake.
I am small for my species, actually.
Yeah, so am I.
Well, it's something we have in common. Don't ever do it again.
Looks at Shelly like, are you? Because
Mojave is 6 feet tall.
elves aren't like phenomenally tall.
They're not
than
8
humans.
feet tall. Their
No.
average height is like I think 6. Oh shit!
It was like
6'4".
It's like 6.5. I thought was average. So he is under average.
I think elves are.
No, that's a little high for average. I'd say average is 6'2" to 6'3".
Okay,
is
then he is
6'2".
average for. His
He's an
race. Got
average
it.
elf.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, home.
Uh-huh.
After I've yelled at him for taking on my pain, don't do it again. You silly man.
Yeah, about 6'2" is the average for elves.
Do we head home, Softy, or do you plan to do something crazy?
So anyway, the alligator comes crawling out of the sewer, and
Right, right. Me screaming on the subway.
I'm on foot walking home. What happened?
when the ancients show up, and
no.
so the car comes swinging by and picks up anxiety, and
So unless we want to try taking things into our own hands, we say
Softy, I
let
have a
Barnes
missile.
do what he can.
Oh, fucking. Not that it matters too much, but before Liam hecks off and they pull off, he does give the remains of that busted lodge to the group.
Oh,
oh yeah,
What? Oh.
was this in the van?
Yeah.
pieces of the lodge. and hands it over.
What if these
Stare
pieces look like
intently.
physically?
Does it match aura signatures?
It is extremely degraded due to the magic used around it. But
I
it is
will
matching...
roll the sensing. I don't know.
Yeah, can I roll the sensing since you said I did get a good look at his signature? Or at least a good enough look before it deteriorated from the fresh kill?
I mean, I'll say that it matches that green glow that was on all of them. It's the distorted one of the mage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those ones where it's hard to... It's basically distorted enough that... And you've seen Venti enough. It could be him. But due to the distortion, it is difficult to completely align it.
Mojave,
Yeah.
I need your spirit eyes. Please and thank you.
We need an investigator.
Spirit
And-
eyes.
Roll a sensing, and Cloudy, you recognize... you only come across it... Jesus Christ. Jesus
rolled a
Christ.
guess.
Due to the distortion, you are 99.8% sure.
It's Venti. It's Venti.
And Cloudy, you recognize the... You're not sure what Venti's is. You've never actually seen what he does in order. But you know that the lodge itself is done Hermetic Mage style, and we're talking cliche occultism. Bordering on, like, probably
Textbook.
some inspirations of Santeria.
Okay.
Which...
This man's almost textbook. Okay.
It's got Venti's vibes all over it, and on top of that, if that weren't enough, the symbol in his phone sells it. It's Venti. Poking the lodge materials.
Question is how many people he has
this
working
officer
with him.
currently? That is the other question.
I need to hear the other question again.
Oh, it was a question for the group. Was how many people does he have working with him?
That's the other reason why we're watching him right now instead of jumping to action right this second.
You said he hired out mercenaries for the pickups, right?
I mean, if his texts had him dealing with who may or may not be probably the ancients, and we already knew, it was already in our notes that one car was doing the drop-offs, but a bunch of cars were doing the grabs, which would track if he was hiring out.
So I guess he has as many people as he's willing to pay for.
Yeah, it's just, the trick of how many of them are Joe Schmo off the street who just wants a quick buck versus how many of them are loyal goons. I'm guessing it's more Joe Schmo, but until we know for sure, I am about to assume. That's why we got Finn's eyes on him, yeah? What's he up to, by the way?
It's
So, Venti has left the scene. He is not in the coroner's vehicle. He has entered into his own personal vehicle.
I am watching.
He is not headed to the police station. He
not
is headed
going.
downtown.
Are we following him in the van?
He's
He's
currently
going
on the
downtown.
I-10.
Do you want to follow him?
Yes.
I think we
Jay,
should follow
you are
him.
in control of the car.
Should we
Yeah.
pick... Hey,
Oh,
Liam, you
we'll-
wanna... If we're... Do you wanna hop in, or...
He's like halfway to his parents' house when you're talking to him.
We're following him. Land, sea, or air.
I'll
you.
pick up the pace and go get on my bike and catch up lickety split.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully nothing pops off. This is mostly recon, but you never know.
Yeah, I got a recon missile ready too.
Okay, wonderful. I
Oh my
send
god.
the GPS like imagery that I have in my head that's following Venti. I send to Jason because he's controlling the vehicle, and so rather than be yelling, he's taking a left. He can just see it himself. But keeping an eye on where he's going. He's headed downtown.
Oh. You all get on the I-10. You're headed to follow him. Finn is obviously right on him. So I'm going to give his order of events. You are following him. This is all from Finn's eyes. So if you're getting this information, it'll be through Cloudy from Finn. So Venti continues to the downtown area, gets off the I-10, travels through much of the downtown that you've been to. Downtown's biggest items are a couple large office buildings. The Diamond Stallion's very obvious as a big building. But then once you get to the water's edge, it's all warehouses. And he keeps going, and suddenly he's actually leaving the wall. He's leaving the flood wall onto the road that does still work. It's above the water line. There is still a road that leads out to a small island out there. It's not normal for anyone to go there. It's not the safest place to go. But it is there. So he starts his way out. You'll pull off. You'll follow him. Eventually, it will be only you, him, Anxiety, and another car that's in front of the van. In front of the Amphibious, there's another car. It is a tan car that is, in your eyes, it's almost certainly one of the cop cars painted tan. Like a plainclothes cop car. And it is following.
1 to 10, how much spirit goo is on it?
Spirit goo.
I mean, there's a little on the tires, like maybe it was near to areas like that.
Like, does it seem like it has been hanging around
No.
these vibes? Okay.
Not in any, like, other than maybe being in a similar location or driving through, sure.
Okay, yeah.
In no way was it near a ritual when going on.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure. And then just, I spy with my astral eye the driver question mark.
Well, A, physical world, the lights are off. It is traveling with its headlights off while following Venti. Astrally, it is an immediate signature. It is a ever so slightly inebriated Barnes.
Oh no.
So it's
Yeah,
Venti, Barnes,
Barnes,
us, right?
Yes, and then the motorcycle, which will catch up very quickly
Yeah.
after if he's going quickly.
The moment Mojave clocks that, he just sits up. That's Barnes. He's been drinking.
Oh shit! Is he trying to confront Venti?
He's not been drinking a lot, but maybe. It's a good thing we came out.
Yeah, because otherwise he'd be dead because he's walking to an isolated area drunk.
Like a fucking idiot.
If he hadn't been drinking, I might have texted him right now, but I'm not about to cause an accident.
Well, shit. It's pretty much.
Hey,
I need.
It's a different question. What time of day is it right here right now?
It's
Oh,
nighttime.
it's middle of the fucking night. It's starting to reach towards past midnight.
Okay.
I
Noted.
need everyone to make perception checks.
Shall.
And this will be very difficult because it is the middle of the night. It is dark.
Most of
What
us
did
have
you just
dark
say to me,
vision.
bitch?
Can I use-
Okay. Difficult for everyone except one.
Well,
Can I use my sensors?
so
Yes.
So
So
I do-
difficult except for two.
I do want to say, Softy, I have special eyes. I have orc eyes. Or
Oh,
I'm
well.
sorry, not it's not orc eyes.
Thermographic.
It's
Vision.
thermographic vision.
That
Troll
thank you.
is the troll
Yes.
because it mimics the
Yes.
troll appearance.
Yes.
Just I will take this into account. You are correct. Thank you for alerting me on that.
You're welcome.
And of course, I have to ask: is this something where I should also be rolling a sensing?
Uh,
Strictly meat space.
it's strictly meat space.
Aye,
Yes,
aye.
this one is strictly meat space.
What I roll sensors plus.
Are you looking through the camera yourself?
Yeah, I guess I'm always jacked in when I'm driving it. Yeah.
Because I think that might actually end up being just you if you're looking through yourself.
Oh well, whatever I have to do to use the sensors, because
Then I guess that's just the yeah. Well, I mean, at that point, you might as well just have the car roll. I think it's sensors. Is it plus anything on the car? What is it? Vehicles.
Oh,
This is
shit.
yeah, this is my
So
fault
side
for not
note,
remembering. Mm-hmm.
glasses I tend to wear in normal every day when it's not like I'm about to
pilot,
for fight.
groundcraft, perception.
I mean, it's if it's the sensors are being rolled alongside the actual vehicle itself. So it's the vehicle sensors with its what score is it using? I think it might just be sensors itself because a vehicle, almost all of a vehicle's scores are basically identical, at least for the amphibious.
Okay, I'll just roll the sensors and then I'll look into it.
Yeah, that's my fault. I should have it up as a thing.
Um,
So yeah, turns out glasses I've been wearing basically since the start. Thermographic vision and vision enhancement rating 3.
Oh,
So actually, this party doesn't give a fuck about the dark.
Yeah, Softy, how about you just shut up and tell us what we want to know?
That's crazy.
Hey, I can't see shit.
Oh, okay, Shelly.
Never
Shelly's
mind. Fuck Shelly.
And
Yeah.
also, I should be adding 3 more dice to mine. So sorry, I have a total of 5.
so anyway, every single one of you motherfuckers,
Yeah!
in different ways, notices that there is a small boat that is skidding across the water and is clearly running up probably a little too close to this highway. It is clearly following the highway. And those of you with a 5 and hell, probably the 4s, will notice that this boat is black and white and has big old giant black letters on the side. That is the LA Coast Guard.
Okay.
What the fuck? The LA Coast
what
Guard
the-
should not be doing this.
Yeah, what the fuck? No one's drowning. Get out of here.
They should not be here. This is a problem. Hey,
Mhm.
so I'm going to do something crazy, Softy.
Yeah.
Okay, two of my friends, they gave me a crazy boost of confidence, and now I'm wilding the fuck out. I'd like to hack the boat.
Yes!
Hack the boat.
Okay.
no.
I'm popping an edge because I'm not fucking around.
I have a. Oh, I guess you don't. Your limit doesn't matter when you pop an edge, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Never mind. Continue.
All them dice and only an 8.
That,
Only
you say
an
that,
eight.
and it's only an 8.
Only an 8.
Sorry,
Yeah.
after my 13.
So
I'm
you
like-
have full control of this boat.
Cool.
You are basically its owner at that point, as you have over 4 marks on it. It is a single Coast Guard boat that is running on the public grid. You have access to its communications, and it is currently in direct communication between its captain and Barnes.
Okay.
Okay.
It's Barnes' friend.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
He's
no,
going
that
full
tracks.
SpongeBob.
You know, at
As-
least,
Patrick,
at least he
Patrick,
did,
we gotta follow him, Patrick.
at least if he's doing the dumb, he's not doing it alone.
Wee
So-
woo, wee woo, wee woo.
while I'm managing this, right? I am listening to their conversations back and forth. What is Barnes telling this person?
Basically, Barnes is alerting him that, and this is clearly among private communication. This is not over air.
Yeah.
It basically, he's thanking his friend Terry, for coming out with him on this impromptu stakeout. That
This one's freaking Terry. Okay.
this one's
Alright.
Terry.
Okay.
You made this one Terry now. I needed
Okay.
to make a Terry.
Okay, so he's just thanking him right now of like, thanks for coming out to basically cover my ass. And so I will let the group know. I will say, LA Coast Guard, this boat owned by one of Barnes' friends. He's having him come out with him as I assume backup.
Good.
Hopefully, maybe not good though. This feels crazy.
I mean, it's good he ain't doing it alone. If Barnes trusts him, that's good enough for me. I say we lie low for the time being, see what pops off, and if it looks like our crew's losing, we jump in.
Okay. I am going to keep that control on the boat just in case I need to do something else crazy. Amazing, fantastic. I have a mark on Venti's phone. Hey, is Venti making any calls, or is he just driving?
He is just driving.
Does he feel? Because here's the thing. Not right now. Over there. What? So, okay.
I have a really dumb question to ask. As he drives, does he listen to any music, or is it just dead silent in there?
Jesus Christ.
It's
got it.
dead. It's dead silent.
I knew it!
Objection, relevance.
So here's the vibes, right? This man is heading back to this fucking island that's not very safe to go to, but he basically has a fucking caravan following him. Yes, Barnes's headlights are out, but that doesn't mean he can't magically sense if someone's fucking behind him. He can look in the fucking rearview mirror and see a whole ass car.
Though there's the thing, if he was sensing, that's distracting. It's a -2 on all your rolls.
Yeah, no. Not everyone is like Mojave. If it's sensing, Venti is risking crashing off of a tall bridge into pure water. There is nothing around you. You are on what is basically now, thanks to many floods in the past, one of the longest bridges over water ever.
Okay, so I guess what my question really is he driving with a sense of urgency, or is he driving like it's a casual day? Because I don't know about y'all, but if I'm driving and it's dark outside and I'm on a long fucking road in the dark and I just happen to look in the rear view mirror, it's not hard with your fucking rear view lights to see a car behind you.
I would only give if they're close enough.
Okay,
Barnes
so
is
there's
not
some
right
di-
on
there's
his
some-
ass.
There's some
There's
distance
decent
here?
amount of distance.
Okay, so because I don't want it to be that he's like, yes, follow
We're
me to the
following you.
isolated. You know what I mean? I don't want him to be like, follow me to this fucking isolated island so I can fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to catch that vibe. But okay, if it's that there's a good distance between them, then that's fine. I'm worried about Barnes. You know what I'm saying? This is an old man with a pacemaker. I'm concerned.
He is a grizzled detective, and he's gonna be just fine. I hope
That's why
none
we're
of you
here.
liked him at all.
We're not letting him kill himself. No, not happening.
We're
So
here for a reason.
you all are following. Venti is not listening to anything. His head is on his way.
I knew it.
Barnes continues his conversation. Eventually, Venti will reach that island. On this island, there is a shitty old factory that used to exist. It was just large enough and deep enough that the water managed to not wash it away. It was on the highest point it could be. It is known because if you were to look out on the bay, it actually still has a fire going. It is not tended to. It is, unfortunately, basically an oil deposit that is currently burning. And the only reason it's not out of control is it's being maintained due to the fact that this is over an oil well. And it's basically just funneled right up the smokestack.
Frowns.
And
rage.
That's so bad.
there's no one who has the energy, time, or care to come out here and fix it.
Yeah.
And even through 2 full magic floods, the fire has never gone out.
Can I say frowns
Oh.
in spirit?
Yes.
Frowns in,
And,
frowns in magic user?
Oh yeah, and for the magic users in the area, at a certain point on this bridge, you just feel a dead zone hit
Ugh.
astrally. It's not completely barren of magic. It's wrong magic. It's uncomfortable magic. There are stories of buildings out in the LA Bay, many of them, that for years, many a corporation has decided, fuck it, we're going to send a crew out there, dredge the buildings, take them out. Every single time the crews quit. After mysterious conditions, deaths, accidents, galore. No one has exact readings of exactly what's causing it, but eventually it just sort of was assumed to be cursed as fuck out here.
Hey, Cloudy, this place feel toxic to you?
With the necromancy that's been out and about, I don't know whether it's toxic or death.
I mean, yeah.
It definitely feels
Ugh.
like we need to fix this if we can.
It's like I'm choking on a stink that ain't real.
It smells like rot, but I can't tell if it's garbage or, well,
I'm guessing column
Yeah,
A and
thing.
column B. Look at that smoke. That fire. That fire.
eh,
Shellhound. You are over water.
Mhm.
Only you hear this. But as you are entering into this area, the only thing that you can describe that has entered your mind is angry dolphin noises. Or I should say, angry porpoise noises.
Understood.
As you feel your spiritual connection to the water, as even the mentor spirit of that mix of the water and you in your mind. Oh my god, angry porpoise noises.
There's just a wincing on his face as he covers his ears and closes his eyes like, oh, I've got a migraine.
Sympathetic glance. Nod. Yeah.
And of course, I need a pilot from anxiety.
From Miski? What'd I
Yes,
do?
from Yuski. Nothing
What'd I
wrong.
do? What'd I
Nothing
do?
wrong. Just pro pilot.
Chosen.
I'm,
Ride a
I'm
bike
good
in
boy.
the dark on a bridge.
I can fucking see though. What the hell? Okay, hold on. 5.
You're fine. You're fine. Basically, once passing this barrier, you feel actual pain. Like you just got punched in the chest.
Oh.
And you hear the more inhuman side of the mother's noises, this airy hissing sound, this kind of seething, painful anger occur for a moment. It is not too dissimilar to what happened to Shelley, but for you, you were driving, trying to focus on the real world, and it's like the astral just smacked you, and you are able to
knew it.
keep control, but it's that
I
moment
knew
of...
it. I ate meat one time and now I'm having heart palpitations. That's crazy. I fucking knew it. Should have stayed a rabbit. This is crazy.
You're goddamn fine.
I do have to ask, as I am kind of sort of a spirit thing.
Right now, you feel okay.
Okay. Had to ask.
It stinks and it's disgusting,
Okay.
but right now...
Am I caught up, by the way?
Yes, yeah, you're caught up.
Oh, God fucking bless.
Yeah, that roll might have forced you to either slow down or crash. But no, you were able to hold it together. So you're able to catch up to the Vanphibia. So you're trailing right next to and or behind it, whichever you choose.
Wow. Okay.
Hell, you
I'm
could
behind
gecko
it for
grip
now.
onto the top of it if you wanted.
I'll be behind it right now.
Gecko grips are great. Does the Van... No, I think the Amphibious does not have gecko grips.
Gecko grips.
It
I
can
would be.
fly now. I don't think it needs them.
It does not need gecko grips.
Yep, it does
So-
not have them. The mech does, though, but not the van.
So what is the plan? What are we doing here? We're just following and hanging out?
A stake out, and if the law needs a plus, we'll step in.
Okay.
I got a missile.
Shit.
I think
If it-
perhaps there might also be, there is possibility there are still 2 victims here. Remember, 2 of them are still missing.
Yeah.
They were last seen by the wall.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna
Also-
say pattern suggests they got dumped somewhere they never got found, but maybe.
Okay.
Just, want to make sure everyone knows the information.
Yeah, thanks.
Are you okay?
There's a very angry dolphin spirit in my head.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That thing that happens, Scales, when you got a lot of interference, matrix-wise.
Oh, I understand this.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's happening magic-wise.
Will it
This-
soothe you if we speak dolphin to you?
Jesus
No, that would make
Christ.
it worse. I do not need more chirping, please.
If this was 3% less serious, I would be so tempted. But no, right now we are here on stakeout. We're doing recon because if he has any connections to people, if he's got people who are working with him, we gotta find out. We want to take them all down, not just him. But if Barnes goes in there and things pop off, all bets are off.
Do you,
Yeah?
do you want me in the water?
Do you
I
want
know.
to be in the water?
All the way down there with the angry dolphins? No.
Maybe
Right, exactly. Do
Uh,
you want that?
I don't know.
Would it give us any tactical advantage dealing with stuff in there?
If he tries to escape by the water.
I think not yet, but if he tries to escape by the water, all yours, buddy.
Yeah, cool, thanks.
What are the dolphins angry about?
The pollution and toxin and just everything in the
Oh.
area.
Oh,
This
yeah,
this place,
it's very
So
bad.
humans?
Like a
They're pissed
small-
about all the humans?
Yeah.
you know how toxic spirits are a thing, yeah? It's places like this what make them.
And
Mhm.
toxic spirits are the antithesis to water, and the dolphins are water spirits.
I mean, you can get toxic water spirits just like you can get toxic any spirits. It's the spirits get poisoned, they get mad about it.
Yeah.
The gleam of eco-terrorism appears in her face again, and then it goes away.
Not Dr. Blight.
I'm being yelled at to help people that are being harmed by this, but then also to stop the same people that are causing this. It's confusing.
Do you think?
Well, you can reassure them, spirits, that that's what we're here to do is one step towards that bigger goal.
Yeah.
Is there a way you can shut them out?
Yeah, just
I-
remind them that they're fucking fish and just stop.
No, that's not what I mean.
I know, they're mammals.
No, wait, that's again not what I meant. What I meant was
Eventually, they will quiet down. By the way, Shelley.
when,
Cool, thanks.
when I have too much interference, I build protection for me. So I shut out the noise. I wonder, are you capable of doing the same?
Maybe, but
Probably, I have a feeling them
The-
dolphins are kind of on the. You know how you can set your comm link up so that even if you have it turned to do not disturb, some people can still get through.
I have never had this problem.
Well, you know how that's a setting that exists.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I imagine that if he's all water based, them dolphin spirits are probably on that list of people who can get through his blocks.
Very specifically, my mentor spirit is a dolphin.
Oh, so they're extra mad at you.
Not at him.
Not at me. It's just I'm more receptive to their anger because I'm
Oh.
basically open open comlink to them 24/7 whenever they want.
Oh, I see. That's fascinating. She gets a
And-
little bit of a scary look on her face because she almost looks at you in this very like clinical science way where she's like, maybe I'll crack his head open and pick it through his brain.
Your grandfather is showing. Or I guess I should say your father is showing.
That's so fucked up, but it's true. There is a
Both.
moment when she's looking at you and her
Technically both.
one
Technically
gold
both.
eye, her one gold eye just glows a little brighter, and then she's like, "Wait, I'm not that. Let me get my shit together."
Hold on, wait a minute. It's coming for me.
It's just a little stronger when I'm near the water.
Oh, very
So.
interesting. Like antenna. Interesting.
Writing notes secretly in the background.
I've taken notes on everyone in the party and their biology.
No, I mean
This is fine.
That's half the reason why I had such a hard time when I first woke up. It was all the stimulus from all directions, and it's a lot.
I understand. Okay.
And this place
Yeah.
is a lot.
Mm.
Eventually, they'll find something else that'll attract their attention,
Mhm.
and then I'll be fine.
Mhm. Okay. Hey, Softy, how many people are on that boat, or is it just his one friend?
3 people were on the boat.
3 people.
His
Okay.
friend and 2
Crewmates.
ex-SWAT members that are
Oh,
also friends.
okay.
This does not seem to be a sanctioned situation.
So definitely not sanctioned, but he's got his friend who is the captain and then 2 ex-SWAT. So that's nice.
Good. All right, that's bodes well for if we do gotta pop off.
So I will allow you all to approach the way you wish to. But I'll say, Venti is going to pull up in front of this factory, and he is quickly going to rush his way in. Barnes will arrive a little bit after that, very slowly pull himself around, very carefully moving his car quietly, till he is closer to the docking area of this. So where an actual, like, kind of pseudo dock has been built. It's not the most stable. It was definitely built when one of the reclamation companies came here and then abandoned. So it's not really well taken care of. But it at least gets him close enough to the water that when the boat pulls up, it's able to actually pull up. The captain does get off the boat. Barnes and them are now sitting on the pier talking. Seemingly they're trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do. You all will pull up after them. You all will be able to enter this area, if you're quiet, without alerting either Barnes or probably alerting Venti in the warehouse.
At the very least, we do have an infiltration expert. on
You
the
do have an
crew.
infiltration expert. So I will leave it up to you how you want to deal with this situation.
Hey, Jay, do you think we can change our chameleon skin to match our surroundings so the car vanishes?
Yeah, we could do that.
Great. Beautiful.
I can also arm the missile.
You know
we
what?
could, we could do it at the same time.
How about we arm the missile? We put the invisibility cloak on and we wait. There might be opportunity to blow this place up. We'll see.
We wait, and I'm guessing anxiety. You're good at getting into places. Me and Finn can back you up spirit side, just in
Okay.
case anything pops off.
Oh, part
And
of
I
the
can
way.
add a couple things.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And
Am I becoming the Invisible Man?
Invisible Man, and then Mist.
and
Oh.
Shelly, if you're cool with
Slip
it,
Spike has chameleon coating too.
Yeah.
if you stay here to make sure nothing pops off with the techies. Nobody
Sure.
tries to circle around the back, and if you hear screaming, by all means charge in.
That works for me.
All right.
I'm here to assist you guys. Speaking of, Oh, anxiety, high five.
High five with the
What?
invisible man.
Oh, I don't. You know what? This is gonna be funny. I'll high five him.
Yeah, he's just standing. He can't see you because you're invisible, so his hand is just up.
Oh, okay. I was expecting you to empath heal him, and then just your balls start to hurt.
Oh, right.
He was sitting. He hurt his taint. I still have 2 physical to my dick.
Oh, if you have actual physical damage, can we fix that before you head out?
You can ice his balls.
I was like, hell yeah, dog, here you go. And your balls feel like a whole motorcycle drove up your taint.
the way Shelly subtly drops to the floor and it's just like,
He's
oh.
just, "Ugh."
Like, a lot has been going on, so it slipped the player's mind. But, like, if he has been wincing, I am a doctor. We are not about to put that guy in a situation with boxes down.
Literally.
But this is way
literally.
funnier.
Oh,
Literally?
that is so
Funnier.
funny.
Oh, you know what?
So-
You know what? I have a different thing. I have a different thing for
So-
your anxiety.
Morning.
You know exactly what this man's is.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Oh.
Morningstar leans over to Mojave and says, I don't know why, but I think Liam is limping.
He's not limping. I am at 2 boxes, not 3. There's no mechanical negative.
Okay. Never mind.
He is rocking this groin injury like a fucking champion.
So, question on spells. Force is how much I want to like amp the spell, right? And then that increases the drain that I have to face
Yes.
in repercussion.
But it also increases the limit it can get to, and so it's like, yeah, it get bigger and better, but also you could get your brain blown out.
And what is the limit on how much force I can add to a spell?
Double your magic.
Oh, that's not
16!
something. I'm not doing that.
He just blows himself up.
Yeah. However, if it's more than your magic stat, the drain you take is physical instead of stun.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of
Cool.
making your brain hurt, it's going to destroy your physical body.
You fall over dead.
What are you
Yes,
trying to cast?
you can cast a spell that will just straight up explode you.
What are you casting? Increase limits!
I am increasing anxiety's physical limit by 4.
Oh.
You got it, dog! It was already like 9, hell yeah!
So now your physical limit is 13.
Yeah, I guess.
But also, like, that man was full on staying on top of an
Oh,
ambulance
let's
that
see.
wrecked.
Oh.
I would have looked over him at some point
My
between
physical
then and
limit
now.
is... My physical limit is now 12 then. Yeah, I mean, if on the way over...
Okay.
I mean, I was on my bike, but I guess if you lowered the ramp, I could dock briefly and you could...
Or just, like, in the background before we even started driving here. Like, I am a doctor. You were in a car accident, man.
Okay,
Oh,
just
sure,
heal
you
the
got
two. Heal the two. Heal your balls.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Mojave was very gentle with my balls.
I am a professional.
Hell yeah.
Quick
Yes,
question,
Jason.
Softy.
Yes.
The target I'm kind of keeping an eye out for. Approximately how many meters away is it?
Are we talking about Venti? Or just
Yes.
the build?
He's using the targeting computer on the missile.
Well, the thing is, if it's within a certain range, I'm going to have to spend 4 or 5 minutes disabling the safety features. Otherwise, it won't go boom.
I'm gonna say.
So I need
out
to
here-
figure out how far away it is.
Well,
if
so is it a missile?
needed. Yes.
Yes, it's a
So-
missile.
I'm
Are
gonna-
you going to target Venti, or do you just want to target like the roof of the building or something?
Venti's the target, right? Venti.
Yes.
Or the vehicle he's in or something like that.
I mean, you can also destroy the vehicle. He's in the building. His vehicle's outside. But there is a
Oh.
building between the missile and him. I'll let you fire that missile right through a fucking window if you
We're
want.
going to jail for this.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm
gonna
so
say,
here
like,
for
like
it.
here and now, the collateral damage is minimized. But also, let's try not to make headlines. Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm going to launch the missile. It's just I want to know how
He's
far
prepping.
away he is in
Just in
case I
case.
need to disable the safety so I can have the option to launch the missile.
I don't
Yeah,
think we know that
gotcha.
information because he's inside the building.
Oh, okay.
I have detect individual. How far away is he?
So if he is within 200 feet, you know exactly where the hell he is. Unless he succeeds on a willpower Intelligence test.
Let me roll.
Mhm.
And
It is
but
a. Let me just go ahead and make sure that was the thing. Sorry, willpower and logic.
Okay, willpower and logic.
He would need to beat a 9.
I'm not gonna lie to you, he got shockingly close, but no, he did not beat it. Um,
And now with
So-
11 spells on me, I'm going to sneak towards this
But
building.
Softy, the information that a certain snake gets, or a certain spider gets, certain spider gets, is dependent on that.
okay. Okay. Oh!
Might know
Okay.
general area, might know exactly where he is from X, Y, and Z. It's up to you.
Okay, so... Expel, so, alright. You know
Yes.
exactly what the fuck he is. No,
Huh?
major details only. So you know his exact location. It is about 160 feet? No. Was it feet or meters that this thing is? 200 meters?
So it is 65 meters
65
Or,
meters, which would be
or 200 feet.
200 feet. All right, so he's
Understood.
about 160 feet into the building.
okay, 48 meters away. I do not need to disable the safeties, so I'm good.
Hell
There you
yeah.
go.
Glad we
If I
sorted
need to
that
shoot
out.
within 10 meters, that's the danger zone.
Yeah, sure.
The safety won't let the missile blow up within 10 meters.
Oh, well, yeah, no, he's way farther than 10 meters.
Cool. We're good.
Okay,
I don't
so-
need to disable the safeties.
Let's try not to make headlines.
So yeah, you know exactly where he
Oh.
is in the area.
Actually, Softy,
Yes.
I missed a thing. They get counterspelling if they have it against the detection spell.
Oh, well, nope, it's still the same.
Okay.
All right. Before I go in, I'm gonna change into my fucking magic armor in case I catch a fucking lightning bolt in my face that can actually help.
Of course.
And then I'm gonna sneak in now that I'm in my ninja pajamas.
Yeah,
Roll
I'm also
sneaking.
going in astrally.
In addition to all that, Finn will go ahead and use his concealment.
It's a
talent.
9 because my limit's 12.
Pink Panther noises.
No, and in addition, everyone else that's going in there, Finn is concealing, including himself. They get -7 dice to attacks.
Danny. Danny.
Wow.
Danny. Danny.
You get shit on, brother.
No one's saying a fucking.
No.
Wow, we
so,
could actually walk in just playing music and they wouldn't notice. Huh?
So y'all. So, yeah, everyone can quickly slip into this area. Anxiety, you are easily able to get in many ways. There is the front door, but I assume you would prefer probably the broken open window up top.
Yeah.
So you go skittering inside like the spider you are, silent as ever. Crawling along basically the beams of the that hold up the top of this building. The inside of this area, it is not actually very large. It is sort of separated into a warehouse location that has a large door, a large open door at the back that looks like, at one point, it was probably like a loading and unloading area, like a massive garage door. And then sort of like a floor. There's a couple very old shipping containers that are degraded and rusted out. And then there is a large like metal kind of barrier leads over into a very deep section of the floor that is very low, and there's a massive, and I mean massive, borehole in the ground that would have been obviously oil drilling and you can see not only is it very clearly on fire deep into the hole, you see the fire burning down there, the smoke being funneled up, but there are moments where hot oil actually bubbles over and splashes on the ground and ignites, and it is this uncomfortable heat that emanates off of this, and it is a bit unnerving to you that you didn't notice the heat from the outside of the building, given there's open windows, there's an open door over there, the door to this place that Venti went in isn't even really well closed, but the heat didn't hit until you moved through the bit, like the line of the wall.
I see. I will begin to glisten with sweat.
You are glistening. I believe your thing has no. Yours is like a, isn't it like a halter, like a halter top? Like you can see the midriff.
I don't know. Sure, dog.
I'm gonna say yes, so I could forcibly put this in my brain. Yeah, so
Perfect.
That's
I'm gonna
crazy,
say,
dog.
so
That's
for
crazy.
fun, dog. I'm gonna say the spy fly is in here, so Scales can see because of course it is. So
Crazy.
Scales, you're just you don't see anything, but it's like it's like deep in your soul,
No,
know
like-
that there is like sweat glistening and gently dripping down abs. It's
And
like
you know
it's a
what?
sixth sense in your mind.
Right, and she fully is just like, I need to look the fuck in. I cannot be distracted. No
Yeah,
abs.
Of
But
not getting distracted, dear storyteller.
I know. But okay, more
But-
importantly, the reason I give the spy fly,
Yeah.
the internal temperature in here is 117 degrees.
The
Okay.
fuck?
I was also just gonna side note that Mojave, rather than following Liam, is gonna follow Barnes just in case the man does anything wild.
Of course, okay. It is
Okay.
very, very hot in here. And you can see Venti down on the warehouse floor. And there is a choker-like necklace that is... The only reason you notice it from this high up is it's glowing currently. And Venti does not
Okay.
look like he is sweating.
So I am going to activate stillness. And I'm just stuck up here on the fucking wall watching, but I'm going to activate stillness to lower my body temperature. To just keep from overheating.
Does
Shall
it-
we-
Hold on. Does that actually affect... Basically, I want to know, that is obviously meant to affect the metabolic rate to lower body temperature. Can that actually forcibly lower the metabolic rate enough to deal with external heat?
I don't know, but I'm certainly doing it. Let's see. This power exert control over their body and avoid detection. They slow the physiological processes, such as heart rate, breathing, the need to flex muscles, enter a relaxed state. Completely motionless. The body's heat signature is also lessened, making the adept harder to detect by thermographic means. So you let me know.
So that is lowering your metabolic rate, and lowering one's
Yeah.
metabolic rate is not the same as dealing with an...
Well, I'm still doing it, so I'll get
Exothermic.
detected.
Which means that
That's
his
fair.
metabolic rate ain't making it worse.
True, that's true. You're not
basically-
dealing with internal.
Okay.
Basically, his body temperature is matching the external.
You said it's 100 and what? 100 and...
117. 17.
17.
But
17.
it's around 16,
Mm.
17 is kind of in between
Yeah, yeah.
there.
Okay.
And this is farther away from the actual fire.
Okay.
Is there
will-
anyone else in here?
Right now, it's just Venti. And more importantly, other than Venti's glowing necklace and he doesn't look like he's sweating, is what's in the center of the warehouse floor.
Yeah.
There is a massive circle painted in a dark, rusty liquid. And
Okay.
it is possibly the most cliche pentagram shape you have ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that ain't there and there.
I am gonna just, over the
Yes.
fucking sub vocals, mainly to Jay, because he has a missile, and say it's 117 degrees in there because there is a portion of the inside that is filled with oil that is currently on fire. So
Can-
if you throw a missile in there, everyone in the fucking city is going to know that this place blown up. So just to let you know.
Can I get photographs of this to send to Scales and Barnes?
I mean, yeah, I'd say you can. It's gonna be pretty blurry because the steam, but yes.
I'm sure, but what could be going on? Hold up, Scales, clean this up, then forward this to Barnes.
Yeah. When I receive the pictures, I will, clean up as much as I can with it. And then I will send it to Barnes, and I will also send it to Cloudy, because Cloudy knows magic and is not in a spirit form right now. So I
Right.
will send it to Cloudy.
Open it up.
It is
Shit.
cliche, like the most cliche hermetic mage air quote appearance with definitely some Santeria vibes in some of the symbols that are used at the corners. It's someone who's definitely built their practice off of. They probably got their magic early, like as a teenager, thought some shit was cool, and kept doing it that way because they thought it was cool.
I mean, that is how magic works.
Yeah.
There's something about it, especially with the Santeria shit, is like a poser. You know what I mean? Like someone who's taken from other magical practices and had the
Yes.
ability for magic and then just melted together all these things.
Not to mention that there's some things that are not fitting, the wrong symbol to use, but Cloudy, you recognize them as fucking random Aztec symbols are showing up. Very random. It's like, the best way to put it is as if you saw a symbol that, air quotes, meant fire, but instead of fire, it means soul. Like fire inside. It's that level of, you're a dumbass who Google translated something kind of thing.
Didn't have the context for these
Gotcha.
symbols.
So he's
Yeah.
a hack?
In a way, yeah.
He was formally taught, but apparently learned the School of Hard Knocks beforehand and learned a bunch of wrong shit.
I'm
Can
gonna
I-
start sliding down the wall toward the floor.
Can I ask a question very quickly? Is he wearing the necklace, or is the necklace in the center of the-
He's wearing it, and it looks like this silvery like choker that's kind of this gentle blue color, and it very much is shiny mode of, and he's just not sweating. He seems like he feels fine in there.
A ward against heat.
A ward against heat. At
Am
the
I taking
center.
this guy out? Am I taking this guy out, guys?
I mean, is Barnes about to walk in?
Yeah, what's Barnes up to?
Because that'll change my answer depending on if he's about to walk in or not.
Okay.
Because there's also like,
My-
we're here for recon.
Okay. Let me finish giving you your recon, and then I will tell you where Barnes is. At the center of this circle, there is, and I probably should be doing this faster. At the center of the circle, there is a large metal table, something similar you'd see in a coroner's office. Currently, this silvery stainless steel table is in fact covered in blood. And this blood is still pretty red. It's not deep dark brown. It's definitely separated, but it's fresh enough that it was used this evening. And Venti is walking up, pulling what appears to be a towel out of his bag. And Barnes, after having talks with the captain outside, takes his coat off, throws it with the captain, and pulls his gun out and proceeds to approach the building from the back end, from that open doorway at the back. He's going to try to slip in.
Yeah, I'm following him, spirit form, keeping eyes on him. And I just suddenly remembered that Havoc is in my body when I'm out.
Yep.
Yeah, I just remembered that. So I am going to relay the fact that Barnes is on the move to the crew via my bird.
So
Oh,
I should
yeah.
take this
Okay,
guy
get up.
out or no?
Not yet, not yet, not yet. Let Barnes cook.
After
Let's go.
scales relayed that there's like an oil fire in the building, Jay would angrily grumble about how great he has to build a CO2 missile because no one makes a CO2 missile. And of course, the exploding missile isn't good for the situation.
I'm so sorry, Jay. I'm so sorry. I know we keep ruining a lot of your fun. I'm so sorry. Anxiety, give it just one moment. I want to see what information Barnes can get out of him, if anything. Just in case there are people who are still alive.
Not to mention Barnes
Okay.
collects evidence, collects evidence, says trying to be in two selves at once. Whatever evidence he gets, it build a case, prove things, none of it gets dealt with proper.
But be ready to drop onto him
Mhm.
if it's needed.
He
Yeah,
said-
so
yeah,
down on the
yeah.
floor, if I sense, there's not a physical barrier from this circle, right?
No, not right now. In fact, the circle does not appear to be active.
Yeah,
It's kind
I'm
of
just gonna
spent.
start walking up behind this guy. I'm fucking invisible, and I've got trackless step, so I don't make any sound when I walk. So I'm just gonna fucking walk up behind this goober.
Invisible, water power concealment, and trackless step. This man's ain't being detected by just
By anything. Magical or otherwise.
He's also been fucking serial killing my people, so I'm being so polite to what everyone else wants right now. I'm
Of
not ripping that
course.
necklace off of him and throwing him into that hole.
Yeah, no, we're mainly
Get
watching
in the
him so
hole.
that if he's got friends, we can track them down too.
Yep. Yep.
But we should, now that Barnes and his friend are around the back, we should probably get in towards the front in case this guy runs the other way.
I want to be so very clear. Morningstar will switch the comms over to Anxiety, where it's just her and him, and will say, soon as we get the information we need, kill him. All we need to make sure is that he is not working with other people who will continue the work that he is doing. If there is no one else, take him the fuck out.
Okay. There's a 6'3" glistening angel of death walking up behind this man with glowing red eyes. The flames illuminating off the iris is just ready.
Oh,
Morningstar
I
is
just
holding
imagine
up the hot sign.
the invisibility drops and a demon appears. So, all right. So, Venti is walking towards the table, and Barnes looks in, sees Venti, and very carefully he enters the room and starts to maneuver his way around until he is behind a set of metal barrels. And he kind of uses the warehouse to his advantage. And he calls out to Venti. Hey, Venti. Venti freaks out. He just like stands up, looks around, like he's reaching like on his person, like he's searching for something. And you see him pull out a knife, and it is clearly a knife that is used in like rituals. It is maybe 2 inches deep. There's no fucking way. He was not prepared for anyone to be here. And he just, Barnes, what are you doing here? And where the fuck are you? Just want to talk, Venti. The fuck is this? Extracurricular? Venti, like, is not speaking for a moment. He's kind of, like, trying to back up. And, Anxiety, he is starting to back up into you, so you would have to step back if you don't want him to come into contact with you.
I am a hair's breadth from being flushed to this man, but I'm stepping backwards with every step he takes. I'm fucking... This is the first time Anxiety's ever had a murder boner. Is what I'm going to call it.
Oh, no!
It's just a murder boner. Like, we're full
Oh.
guild of calamitous intent, like, fucking
Yeah.
the veins in his neck are thick as shit.
Yeah,
You
no.
can smell the stink off this man. He's just... Oh.
To get the cop the info he needs to be able to close the case so that they're not still going around harassing the people of Grendel
Yep,
Street,
yep,
even
yep,
if it's
yep,
well-meaning, and to make sure he doesn't have pals.
Morningstar looks like that gif of Scar from The Lion King where he's just sitting there goes, kill him. You know what I mean? That's Morningstar right
Kill
now in the
him.
background.
It's not enough to just kill him. The world's got to know he's dead so people don't got to live in fear no more.
Yes, but I'm just saying the vibes. The vibes are
Kill
him.
So, with this lovely situation, the standoff is almost in silence for a moment, as Venti does not want to say anything. He seems to maybe be looking like, how fast can he get to his car? But he's clearly like, thoughts going back and forth. If Barnes is here, is Barnes alone? He doesn't know. And so Anxiety, you see him reach into his bag again, and he pulls out what looks like a little potion bottle, and he holds it kind of like a baseball gripping this thing as he's like starts to walk around the table, and I assume you're like steps behind this man following him.
Dude, it's every scene from The Predator where they don't see the predator. It's yes.
Woo.
3 dots appear on his chest, you know?
Barnes is set. He kind of is like looking around. He's using basically a piece of metal to kind of see Venti. And Mojave, you're seeing this because you're right on him. Like he's clearly like looking at a piece of metal with his gun out, fully ready to fire if he needs to. He has seen enough in his mind. You can tell, like with that look of determination, he's there to probably try to get a confession, but he is fully prepared to shoot Venti on sight. If Venti pulls the wrong move.
Just like us. We're all on the
like
same page.
Everyone's here. Some of you don't know you're there. Barnes calls out again. Venti, just hear me out. This don't gotta be like this. How about you just sit down and tell me why? Just tell me why. A normie like you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand what it's like being less just because you missed a little bit. You missed the wrong time. Why am I even... Fuck you, Barnes. You won't understand, you drunk bastard. I just thought, how are they gonna even believe you? When was your last health checkup? How are your kidneys, Barnes? I'm not gonna pull some dumb villain shit and tell you everything. Do they even know you're here? Or are you acting wild again? Mojave, you just see Barnes like put his head against the metal, like the barrel he's next to, and he's just like, fuck. Very quietly under his breath.
For sake of, I think in this moment, Barnes could use a friend. Just the not fully manifest bird with cowboy hat, but just he gets the ghostly image for a moment of bird with cowboy hat.
Barnes like sees it, and he has a whole moment where he's paused. Like, Venti is starting to go on a villain spiel of sorts, but it is a string of curses in Barnes's direction that is in a language. Double checking. Yes, none of you recognize. It is in a language none of you recognize at all.
Does Barnes seem to recognize it?
Yes. Mojave, you watch as Barnes like hears it. Like he seed you, but the minute he hears that, he clicks his tongue, and Barnes shouts back in the same language. There are words that are reminiscent of words Like, there's some words that sound similar to Spanish. There are some words that almost make you think of French.
Mm-hmm.
Are they shouting in Portuguese? Excuse me.
Possibly. None of you know Portuguese.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Kill him. No, don't kill him yet. Find out the information first, then kill him. But fucking kill this man.
Hey, Softy,
I am.
Yes. Oh,
is Shelly getting any PTSD from this language?
Oh no.
oh. Pause.
Where's Shelly?
Pause 3 seconds. Hey, Jay, what were you gonna ask before bad things happen?
I'm going to say through the sub vocals to Liam specifically. Do you care if he makes it out of here dead or alive?
If you blow up the man I want to kill, I'll be very upset. Unless he gets away from me. Why? What are you doing? You
I was
flying
just-
an eye spy into his fucking brain?
Well, I mean, I can wirelessly control these missiles. I was thinking if he gets away, I'll just chase him down.
Yeah, if he gets away, blow him up. That's fine. If he gets away.
So, Shelly,
Um,
can you roll me? I believe it would be composure.
That's what you make me roll when I have PTSD.
you
Composure.
got it.
Roll for
That
trauma?
is
Roll for
this
trauma.
button.
Hey, 3.
Brother.
Now,
Shelly is in a
Shelly-
van right now.
he is in the van right now. You're just sort of hearing this. Let's roll with as it stands right now. You don't like hearing it.
Mhm.
The dolphins were screaming earlier. It was already kind of playing on you. You're just angry. This place sucks. You can feel the tension. And you already hate Benny. He's a piece of shit.
Yep.
And of course, this piece of shit stealing organs has to scream out in Portuguese.
Yep.
Do I see Shelly
It's
like
Friday.
struggling?
Judge intentions.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Let's go, Dice. Be on my
Shelly
side.
has shown he is
Okay, it's a
fairly
3.
good at covering it up.
Okay, it's a 3.
Is Shelly covering it up right now? Or is he starting to break? Is he starting to
There
crack?
is, rather than when he's dicking around, he's throwing shells. There's a knife in hand, and he's just kind of like running it over his fingers and just like playing with it. He's ready on a moment's notice to just sprint in there.
Ah,
And then-
He is on edge.
Okay.
Morning Star, murderous intent. Something you are very familiar with.
Okay. Amazing. I'm going to just kind of lean over and put a hand on his shoulder. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Just don't like that language.
Does it have to do with the thing we will need to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay. She.
I will
Oh, go ahead.
I will say that it is a slightly different flavor of Portuguese.
Mhm.
As the Portuguese you would be used to is the one spoken in South America.
Yeah.
This one, I will just confirm, is absolutely the European variant. Which it's not as much of a difference as the Spanish is, but it's
It's like
still
it's like
a
an
difference.
accent. Yeah,
It's an accent. So
Um,
there's still a difference. But
yeah,
also it's rough.
Yeah. I think she will. She's like holding onto his shoulder, and like she is a snake, so she's going to like make it so that she's looking him in the eyes. So she's probably like looks awkward position, but she looks him in the eyes. She says, "You are here. You are not there. Remember that." you are not there anymore.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of takes a breath and like gives her a small nod and just is looking straight at the ground, just waiting.
Mm-hmm. She will right herself, get her like eyes back on the fly spy situation. And it is for real, like the tension is so high that she's no longer watching. He's invisible actually. So she's no longer watching sort of the area in which Venti is. She's actually watching like the ritual area, the fire area. She's starting to collect information about the room because she's like, at any point this is going to pop off. What if he pulls out some crazy shit? And she wants to be the first person to see it in order to warn the crew and basically be like, anxiety, kill him. Like, you know what I mean? So she's focused on the room itself.
So you're looking at the fire area?
Yes.
You'll notice that the louder and louder that they get when they're shouting at each other, the fire seems to flicker with every shout, every anger. The energy in the room seems to stoke it.
So
Oh,
as a
and,
dual
are we
spirit entity,
The magic.
and seeing through the eyes of a dual nature spirit entity?
She is going to say to Cloudy, something is wrong with that fire. It is reacting to them, to the anger, to their energy in the room.
Magic boys!
hi.
You know, it's,
Yeah.
you could roll for more proper, answers, obviously. But you are damned certain that there is, deep down in that hole, there is a toxic fire spirit. And it's getting mad.
Barnes is here. Barnes is a normie. We're not no bird nonsense. We are just like barely manifesting enough to whisper in his ear to convey. There's a toxic fire spirit in that pit. Things pop off. Get out.
Finn might hover over to kind of try and look down and get a view of it.
It's hell. It's rage. It's pain. As Finn looks down, he sees souls burning. The things that this fire has eaten. It put a barrier up. It's angry. It's in pain. It hurts. And now
There's a
people are
barrier
right next to it.
Oh no.
Now people are in its house, screaming, yelling, shouting. There is a mass amount of magic that just crawled into the ceiling and is full on ready to kill. And it's just feeding into it.
Just out of curiosity, as the shouting is going on, is there any indication from Venti, glance, flicker of attention, energetic connection? Does Venti seem to know about this toxic spirit?
I actually gave you this one. The item he is holding is something you recognize because you recognize the magic. It's an alchemical preparation. And you know for a fact that if it were to break and go off, whether break or drink or whatever, it would do something akin to like ice, quick freeze. Cool. It's not strong. You doubt it would actually hurt the fire spirit, but it definitely pisses it the fuck off.
But I'm getting the vibe that Venti is using this area despite the fire spirit and not because
he knows.
Okay.
Because the way he's standing is he's sideways, like he's gonna try to. He's not holding it in the correct hand in your mind to throw this item at Barnes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
And I think this information
really
will be
important.
voiced both to the party through Havoc's mouth and also to Barnes through astral form. bird nonsense.
Okay.
I'm making bird
Can-
hands.
Can Finn do an sensing to see how strong this thing is, please?
Yes, let Finn do an sensing.
Okay.
He is staring right down in this thing. These things, many eyeballs.
6.
It is a Force 8 spirit.
Okay.
That's not good news.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something
Could be worse.
Yes.
because I've got about 15 minutes and we're all over the place, except where Liam is. So Liam's gonna do a couple of things. F- nerve striking this guy. With one hand, and the other hand is going to grab the hand holding the potion and just hold it shut.
All right. Roll
There
your
is,
attack.
as you're moving, a scream of "Don't kill him!" The spire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't kill him yet.
If I may do this, of course, Softy. It requires your permission, but
You say that, but go ahead. It's your
All right.
character.
Yeah, so using an edge here.
Okay.
Six. And I'm targeting agility.
Yes, I will have him roll, but it's gonna be pretty fucking like I have to take off a shit ton of dice because you're fucking invisible. And in
Yeah.
conceal, and in like 6 other ways, this man barely has register of you. I don't even think he can.
In every
Does
way
he even get
except
it-
the literal anxiety.
Does he even get a dodge test, or is he just soaking?
He's just soaking it, so I'm just gonna roll his soak.
Ooh.
And even then, like, it'll roll against the damage he's gonna do, and then anxiety's gonna go right through armor.
Yes, correct.
So it's just body or nothing.
Go. This portly man. All right. He's not really that portly. He's pretty alright.
Oh, that's crazy. I used edge, but I didn't toggle to use edge, so nothing happened.
I'll let you re-roll it with
Oh.
edge.
You
Oops.
should get 2 extra dice.
Yeah, two. I'm just gonna roll 2d6. Okay, so yeah,
Rather
6.
than
Okay. So you nerve strike this man. You hit him square in whichever nerve point you would like. And
Yeah,
it
targeting
hits
agility.
targeting agility, so I'm gonna say that's probably somewhere in his legs.
Yeah.
maybe in his spine.
From his spine. Like you knock his like fucking lower back. He lets out a as you know it hits. It hurts like a son bitch. He's not wearing but like his uniform, which does have a bullet resistant vest, but I mean that ends around his lower spine, so you go right fucking under that thing. You attack agility. I will take that from his score. Oh dear. And you are I'll let you with that. You're able to grab his hand that's holding the ice potion and hold it shut. You are still invisible, as the invisibility does not disappear upon physical action.
Right.
So he is now being harmed and held by an invisible force. He absolutely screams out, "What the fuck?" Barnes sees that something has changed, and he quickly comes out from around the barrels with his gun drawn, aimed at Venti.
Shadow
Is Venti just loading? He's just buffering?
He's trying to figure out what's going on. He's trying to yank himself away, but that is...
Is
What
his
is your-
agility down to 0 or no?
No, it should be down to... There, okay. It is not down to 0. Jesus Christ, but it is down. Oh Lord, all right. I don't know if he can
As
yoink
you do.
himself free.
That sounds like he tries to get away and then gets nerf striked one more time.
I don't think he can get away from you. I don't think he can even pull up enough dice to get away from you.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll say you have Venti, at least for the moment, held, and now Barnes has a gun drawn on him.
Yeah, sure.
You are still
And
invisible.
If Venti spends his whole turn trying to pull himself away and nothing else, I'm just gonna pop him again.
He is going to spend his term starting to chant.
Sure. Yeah, I'll use Master of the Nine Chakras to
Yep.
just shut his magic stat down.
Yep.
Let me see if you can get this off soon enough. Can you get this off?
Soon as Morningstar sees the kind of like awkward
Jesus
position
Christ.
this man is now in,
Did he roll poorly?
she is going to tell
Yes.
Shelly, get ready.
He rolled very, very poorly. This magic stats piece of shit. All right.
Enough for Finn to potentially counterspell it if anything does happen.
Yeah. Have Finn roll
Yes.
counterspell.
Just 7 dice, or is there? Did you want to stat with it?
What goes with counterspell? Is it just at 7 dice?
Most of the time, it's a you're adding it on to a defensive test. So if it's,
Right.
I don't know what it's trying to do, so I couldn't guide you on that front.
That's true. Hold on. Roll the 7
Yes.
dice on their own for right now.
Cool. 3.
He is able to counterspell. It seems that Venti was attempting to basically centered on him mana explosion. I cannot remember the name of the fucking spell, but I know what it does.
Mana ball?
Mana ball centered on him and pushed out. He
That
was
would've hit him.
fully Oh yeah,
But
he was
okay.
fully ready to let that happen.
So he
So
was
what
trying
do
to
you-
kill himself. Got it. Okay.
It's devoured. So
Oh,
you may
perfect.
nerf strike him again if you'd like.
Perfect. I'm
Barnes
using
is
another edge on
yeah.
this.
Barnes does not know you're there, so he is shouting at Venti to put the well, he refers to it as grenade down. He doesn't really
Yeah.
know what Venti is holding.
That's 8.
Oh, and with his okay.
To shut his magic stat down.
Oh. Those of you with magic eyes, you watch Venti's magic go out as he loses access to it completely. As his magic stat hits 0.
I've been waiting to do that to someone this entire time. I'm so happy it has happened.
So
Living
you've just
through-
dropped his magic to 0, which also means that preparation in his hand fizzles.
And then I'll straight up tell Cloudy over the subvocals to just drop the invisibility.
And I will whisper in Barnes's ear that my crew has rendered the grenade inert.
Invisibility drops, and the fucking avenging angel appears. Venti takes one look at you, and the combination of terror and fear is delightful looking. Mojave, as far away as you are right now, where you are, you can taste it.
Oh, this man is radiating. Oh no.
He is radiating utter fear. That tension, that true belief of he is looking at death itself.
Privately basking in that, as don't worry, Barnes, my crew, we've rendered the grenade in there.
Yeah, and now that now that you're visible, anxiety, as Barnes does recognize you, though he's like, oh, like, you look horrifying, backed by actual fire. He does lower his gun, and is just sort of like looks at you and is now
Homie's got a 2-inch long knife.
Yeah.
He's got a knife. He's got a mail opener. Okay, what was Barnes gonna say?
Now, on record, I do have to take Venti in.
Liam will attempt to twist the knife out of this man's hand.
I will allow you to simply because you have actually terrified him.
Yeah.
Like, I rolled for his composure, and you
Sure.
do not want to know what I rolled.
I want to know.
Just lean in and whisper something in this man's ear in Sparethiel. And then just fucking rough collar him over to Barnes.
Mans is shivering. And it is a crit glitch, by the way.
He's pissing and shitting right now.
He's I might want to stop. I might want to put these dice in a box somewhere and never touch them again. That was an inordinate amount of ones.
Yeah, and to be clear, Liam wants to kill this man very badly.
Of course.
But what he whispers is, I am nothing like you. And will escort him over to the long arm of the law.
Barnes
Because
grabs...
Liam's better than this man.
When you said the Sparethiel, how far away were you?
Right
Barnes.
in his fucking ear? Oh,
no.
I don't fucking know. Where's Barnes, dog?
Barnes was sort of like... I mean, he had been at the back building, but he had been walking forward with his gun out towards Venti during that encounter, so I'd say... If you hadn't moved, then you were too far away.
Yeah. No, hadn't. I mean, was kind of like walking him towards him, so sure, I guess he heard.
Let me see. You know what? Let me roll to see if Barnes heard it.
Yeah?
That's fair. He has perception. He can roll that.
Yeah, he's a fucking detective. Like, why?
He's got ears.
He needs to know things.
Okay.
He's an investigator.
As Barnes takes Venti from you and twists him around and places cuffs on him, he looks over at you and kind of just nods as he goes, yes, you are in Sparethiel. And then he starts taking Barnes. Barnes starts taking Venti away out the backside.
Sure. I'll just walk out the front, but I'm not gonna look at the fire because cool people don't look at fires and they walk away from them.
I, however, am looking at the fire to make sure it doesn't pop off. I don't trust that spirit down there.
Hey, that's fair, dog.
It's still boiling, but as more and more people leave, it's kind of losing energy.
Okay.
Jay will say through the subvocal mics to Liam, anxiety, hey, is he getting away? I can launch the missile.
He's not getting away. He's fine. He's with the police.
Oh. And that's our police friend, right? Like, not the bad police, the good police?
Right.
So no missile.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Dang.
Yep.
next time.
Maybe.
Can I tell you something, Softy?
Yes.
Marissa in the most like, can I just speak my piece and then uninstall?
um, she does not want this man to live.
Look. We take him in, we get him booked so that the people of Grendel Street can sleep easy knowing he's off the streets. And then, we want to arrange something after the fact. That's our proposal.
Yeah, y'all are mobbed up. Y'all want him dead in prison. You can get him
We can
stabbed
get
to
him
death on the
taken
toilet.
care of. We will. Trust me, it is not over until he has ceased to breathe. But for now,
You have contacts that could sell him off for parts.
Yes.
So
We will make it happen. Just not yet.
So, Softy,
Yes.
you're right. I do have connections that can do exactly that. And I'm going to let him get booked. I'm going to let the whole fucking circus of we caught the killer, the whole thing happen. But quietly and to herself, Morningstar will arrange for this man to be dead. And she says nothing to anyone else. It's just,
That's
Perfectly
all well and good.
understandable.
Liam's pure and clean still. It goes back to the van.
yeah, there is very much this energy when Liam comes back where like she doesn't say anything, but it is the energy of like, yes, you are better than him. I am not,
Right,
and so she just in her mind quietly starts putting out messages to people that will take care of business.
Hey, Mom, can you kill a guy for me?
Hey, Mom, listen, there's things going on, but I need a guy dead.
I need a guy dead, please. So, Venti is now being escorted over to the boat by Barnes. And for a moment, the fire spirit's dying down. You all exit out into the cooler air that were in the building. Eyes on spirit form. And then, Liam, your phone rings.
I'll take glistening, take it out, pop it open. Who is it?
It is your sister.
Oh. Act like I wasn't just in an intense situation. Just
Oh,
hello.
of course. hey, bro.
Yep.
Look, I was wondering, are you still at Mom and Dad's?
Yep.
Can you
Getting on my bike.
come get a friend of mine and me?
Yeah,
We kind of got. Okay, so we're at and she kind of gives you this address, and it's a address that's not really too far from Traverse Street, the new Freak Show Row. And she goes, we were at a friend's party, and everyone's toasted. No one can fucking drive us home. And I figure if you're right near Mom and Dad's house, then maybe you could come get us.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, party got weird. Ugh.
Yeah. Talking with one hand, like getting changed back into my street clothes with the other, briefly balls out, just who cares?
Of
It's
course.
hot. Let him air
Right?
out, you know?
Let him air out. It is,
Yeah,
as
I'll
you're talking
be
to her,
there.
and she's like, yeah. And before you hang up with her, she's like saying about the party, like, yeah, I'm out with my friends, and, huh? What? And she says, what? And you hear the sound of motorcycles, like in the background of the phone call.
Oh shit.
And then you hear a male voice yell out from like down back outside of like the ranch. It's not in the call, it's like behind somewhere. Bill, look out! And then the phone cuts off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Morningstar's in my phone, so there's no way
Damn.
she doesn't know that happened.
I know,
But
we're
Liam-
already on the way.
Liam's like in shoes and pants, and that's it, and just fucking spins that bitch around and
And-
speeds off.
As you get on your bike and speed off, as you all have this whiplash hit,
Jay wants to long
That
range
is-
lob the missile. Put his finger up like I could blow that whole spot up.
This is Liam's sister that is a date, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Yes.
Morningstar, literally, Anxiety is still on the fucking phone with this woman, and Morningstar's already like giving Jay the address of like, this is where we're going now.
But also, where are the
And-
Shadowrunners?
Yeah. I think this is a situation where Jay will take to the air.
As you prep, as you prep the Ventphibius for air travel, Anxiety is speeding off. With this moment, though, we are going to have to end it here. And we will pick back up next week. Thank you all for playing. And thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed me absolutely getting back to my proper cliffhangers again. Woo! That one was fun. I can't believe I finally got to that one. So, as Rissa plots my demise and Slip cheers, we are gonna go in order of, well, first things first, because one of them has to disappear. Anxiety, who are you and why do you exist?
I exist to subvert expectations. You thought I was
All right.
gonna be a murderer, but I'm not.
You did
Cheers.
good!
Thank
very
you.
proud of
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye. All right, and now with our true icon over there, off into the distance, we are gonna go in order of most likely to end an evening out in handcuffs. Mojave, who are you and why do you exist?
Excuse me. Excuse me, I take offense. Of all the people here, barring maybe Cloudy, I am of the most subtle. Hi, I'm Daybreakathon. I do things sometimes when I'm not melting in a puddle on the ground in general. I did the character art for the characters here in this game and for some characters elsewhere in other games, including the Thursday vampire game that I believe is supposed to come back after hiatus soon. Who am
I
I?
believe it is this week.
Yes. You can find me there, you can find me here, you can find me on my own channel, Daybreakathon, where I play whatever I want whenever I can. And you can also find the 2 fantasy novels that I have written, Wordbreaker and Windswept. The third one is on the way. Progress is slow but steady because editing makes me want to bang my head against the wall. Art, writing, streaming, this stuff, that's me! My dog is somewhere, he's gonna come running up to say hi.
Hello, puppers.
Find me on Art Fight, I'm Daybreakathon there too!
Woo. All right, and then next, simply due to the fact that, wow, you're not fucking subtle. Morningstar, who are you and why do you exist?
That's so funny. I love that I'm the not subtle one, but every second Jay's like, let me blow up the city.
Yeah, honestly, he should be first!
However, I will take it. It's fine. Hi, everyone. I'm Darissa Rave. You can find me all over the internet as such. I do this. I do TTRPGs here on Table of Horrors, but also in other places like the Rolling Nomads, where I'm a part of an Old Gods Above Blackjack game, a Witcher game, and a werewolf game. And you know, maybe you'll see some other stuff that I'm on over there. I'm also a part of Lanyap Gaming, where you can see our old stuff, and we are recording, we are making things, so there's going to be a whole ton of content for you guys to watch over there, so fucking check it the fuck out. Also, I do ASMR styled readings of books that I love on my own YouTube channel, usually just a chapter or two. Go read books before they get banned. It's super important. I have a reading that I've done of our Daybreakathon's book, Wardbreaker. It's very good. Go get it and read it. Also, I do spicy content. If you like spicy content, check it out. And that's my stuff. That's what I do.
All right. Firstly, I want to put on that anxiety, though I did him first for funds, but also because profiling. Mojave would be gone because both Mojave, regular and shiny flavored, have track lists a mile long. God only know what the rap sheets are. Shut up.
I mean, true.
Morningstar, you are an unsubtle snake creature who, at many a point, tomfoolishly jumps around, does dumb shit, and was in fact the cause of a gun being fired on a party bus.
I mean, look, even with that rap sheet, I had very good lawyers.
You know what? I'll take that L.
Yeah.
I'll take that. That's fine.
So, in order, anxiety was profiling. Mojave was just a warrant for your arrest. I'm gonna count it as public indecency for Morningstar. Jason, you're next in line, and yours is going to be flashing weapons in public. So, Jason, who are you and why do you exist?
Racketeering.
Racketeer.
I am Naskavian. I play Jason. I have friends who have authored books. You should check them out, such as our very own Dave Breakathon, who has written Ward Breaker and Windswept. Check them out. And I have a friend who has written Obelisk, The Long Dream. Check him out.
And then, technically, this last one is going to be a tie because they were arrested at the same time for almost the exact same charge. Shellhound, who are you and why do you exist?
Hello. I exist because my friends invite me to play tabletop with them. And because my parents did the thing 9 months before my birthday, sometime around New Year's. Other than that, I'm just here to have fun with my friends when they invite me to things and eat a lot of food during the session. My count for today is 2 bags of popcorn, 3 pickles, several egg rolls, and a bowl of pasta, and
You're
then 2
so
pieces of
valid.
garlic bread.
You're so valid.
And tied with you is Cloudburst. Both of you were gotten for public intoxication. So Cloudburst, who are you and why do you exist?
Hello, everyone. Today I exist to make the stealth checks completely and utterly unnecessary. And very, very excited for next session where, yes, I'm usually subtle, but that's the cloud part. I'm very excited for the burst. For parts outside of this particular game, I am Lord Radon. I currently don't play too much more other than this right here, right now. I am very frequent on other Fundo streams as they do various different things. I went and played a little bit of a Rogue Trader game with little Friendo last night, and the Alcat game is pretty good. But other than that, I just laugh with Friendos. So yeah, is what it is.
And then me, I assure you, I was arrested for being an invertebrate in public. Hi, I've been your Cosmic GM, Softonomicon. I run the Flood. I do this on the Mondays, and then I did the intro, the overlays, and everything else you see. If you'd like to see me draw or do dumb things, I have my own channel here on Twitch, where I do that, especially now. I'm getting back into it. We're doing Art Fight right now, but I also intend to do streams where, I do the work I do, which includes editing and commissions and stuff, getting back to working like an adult. Help. Sometimes I also play video games when I decide to, or when I get dragged in with Day. I have commissions open. Message me on Blue Sky. And then I have a Patreon that I'm making a coloring book on. $3 a month, and you get every page. Now that I'm working again properly, and we have a flow, I'm gonna go back again. We're gonna have more pages. I swear. Other than that, yeah, this is Table of Horrors that you are currently watching, and I hope you're enjoying. Go on Thursdays. I believe it's this Thursday it's coming back, far as I'm aware. Carnage and D minor. It's all fun. It's fun. VTM. All good. I need to find a raid. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who the fuck are you? People. Fuck it. Random people. We're gonna go randoms today. Tails Guild. I don't know, but they look lovely. Everything's really pink over there, and I like it. They're playing. I don't think that's the name of the game. I think that's that's the name of their game. That's not the game. I don't know what the game is, but Stars in the Night. That just sounds cool. I don't know if that's the name of the TTRPG, if that's the name of their game. All fun and games. I can't fuck. It's late. I need to go to bed. All right, I'm starting that raid, but we cannot go raiding until. Cloudy says the line.
Ancients threatening our friend's sister? He is not the only one with a murder boner.